What's going on, drinking buddies? Brand new one coming right at you. But real quick, you know what time it is. Time for a word from our sponsors, those fine folks that bring you the podcast week after week after week. First and foremost, we're brought to you by the video versions of A Now We Drink. The video versions are available on Vimeo at www.anwd.net/videos. Videos are 99 cents a piece, or get all of them streaming for $6 a month. Can't beat it. See the show in full HD. It's a ton of fucking fun. Check them out. We are also brought to you this week by our friends at Loot Crate. Loot Crate is a monthly mystery crate that delivers the best in geek and gaming gear. From collectibles, apparels, tech gadgets, arts, and other epic gear. It's like Comic-Con in a box. For less than $20 a month, you get 6 to 8 items that include licensed gear, apparel, collectibles, and unique one-of-a-kind items and more. You have until the 19th at 9 p.m. Pacific to subscribe to receive that month's crate. And when the cutoff happens, that's it. It's over. So sign up today at www.trylootcrate.com/ANWD and enter the code BRIDGE10 for 10% off any new subscription. We are also brought to you this week by our friends at Vinyl Me Please. Vinyl Me Please is the Record of the Month Club, the best damn Record of the Month Club. In fact, every month, Vinyl Me Please features one album that is essential to the modern vinyl collection. Each record is pressed exclusively for Vinyl Me Please, as features you can't get anywhere else. Things like bonus tracks, inserts, color variants, and comes packaged with a 12x12 album-inspired art print and custom cocktail pairing recipe. Who could ask for anything more? New vinyl, awesome art for your walls, and new cocktail recipes. And Vinyl Me Please isn't like Record of the Month clubs of old. It's month to month, no strings attached, cancel anytime. So sign up for Vinyl Me Please today at www.joinvmp.com/ANWD. Once again, that is www.joinvmp.com/ANWD. My guest this week is comedian Alyssa Poteet. Alyssa is a very funny LA-based comic, and in typical fashion, this one goes all over the place, from some celebrity hookups she may have had to talk about circumcision. It was just all over the place. So sit back, relax, pop a cold one, and enjoy, drinking buddies.
When aliens come to take over, they look at us like we're out of our minds now. We're gonna galactic makeover, and now we're thinking that they just might be right. I cannot wait for this whole world to end. I'm gonna break out the bottle with my friends. I think they'll tell the best stories when we're gone. And now we drink.
And a 3, a 2, and a... That was a shit clap. I hope the audio picked that up.
I got you.
Yay, we can sync the audio off Alyssa's clap. What's going on? We've been hanging out for like an hour and a half off mic.
Yeah. I think we've drained all the funny juice. We're just done.
We're just done. Like,
We're just wasted.
speak for yourself on wasted. I got a long way to go before wasted.
Cheers to that.
Speaking of which, I need to refill my drink.
Hey, that's so on theme.
I know, it's like I have a brand or some shit. It's crazy. A little bit of the whiskey.
A little bit of whiskey in my mouth. A little bit of whiskey.
Are you doing Mambo number 5 to whiskey?
Depends who's asking. Yeah, definitely doing the Mambo number 5 to whiskey. Combine one of the best drinks with the worst songs, and you have a combination, baby.
I love that you're just like 10 seconds away from being Al Bundy. Like, you're just like,
Stop.
no, just your position. You're like, lean back, legs open. You're fully, if you were a dude, you would be man spreading so hard right now.
I do man spread very often, and I don't usually get called on it, but sometimes I get a self-awareness check, like you're looking at yourself from up there type thing, and I'm like, why do you sit like a trailer trash dude? I don't know.
Were you a trailer trash dude in another life?
Yeah, and make room for my massive trailer trash dong, bro.
Hey, it could be a massive trailer trash clit.
That it also could be.
Do you have an oversized
Feminism. Not to my knowledge. No.
Not comparing clits?
No, I mean, I've seen some clits in my day, and I think it's, I don't know, because clits, I've never noticed that big of a variation in clit size. Labia for sure, but like a clit's a clit. It's a little boop.
Oh no, there are definitely some bigger clits out there.
You mean like they're like, because I know that like I have a couple trans friends, and I know that if you go on hormone therapy, you can get what they call in the community a dicklet, which I'm sure that's a different size clit. But I don't know. You seem like you have experience. Can you speak on this?
Oh yeah, we've had Eddie Wood, the squirting man, on a couple times. He talks about his dicklet.
Oh yes.
And,
That's what it's called.
he wants women to suck it.
Yeah,
Like it's
like a cock. Yeah,
exactly.
right. What is the difference between a dicklet and a micropene? Like really, besides anatomically and whatever, but like what's really the difference? Yeah.
Generally, how the ejaculate comes.
Yes, so details. We're not interested in all your science words, okay?
We're not interested in how the goo comes out.
We're not, as long as there's goo present and I'm sad afterwards, then we're okay. Okay.
Is that generally how sex goes for you?
It's not always. Usually, it's not right after, but at some point there will be sadness.
Is it generally when you realize who your partner was?
That can be a contributing factor for sure. For sure.
You're like, oh man.
Like, oh, no, and it's more like, oh no, not again.
Oh, you get repeat business like that?
It's and it's frustrating because they say that what makes us, as human beings, like more advanced than our fellow animals is that we have the ability to synthesize information and learn from it and grow and improve. And then when you keep, doing those things, you're like, oh, I'm a plant. I'm no better than this fucking pine cone. I'm a piece of shit. I'm a squirrel. I have no growth in sight. I'm just gonna keep having the cycle continue and just, yeah.
Why do you think that is?
A need for self-destruction. Why are we here doing this right now? Cheers, baby.
Cheers, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Cheers. Oh, whoops.
We're doing this because some people are entertained by it.
Oh, hello.
And my ego says I want to broadcast my bullshit out into the world.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Egos. I get that.
Or was I not supposed to give the honest answer?
No. I thought this is we're drinking the honest juice. And I'm with it.
I totally forgot to ask you before we got on here, like, so what's off limits? And then I just dive right into
Oh, you said nothing's off limits.
Well, I generally like to gauge with my guest. Hey, is there something I should avoid talking about?
Oh, no. Well, actually, yeah, Brandon said he didn't want to be talked about. So I plead the fifth on anything related to him. And yeah, nothing's off limits. I don't really.
Oh.
He also said this is a podcast where people get naked, which wasn't the vibe when I showed up. So I don't know if I was being fucked with or not.
It's happened.
Okay, but it's not something that's like encouraged.
I mean, it's not discouraged.
Right. But
I've been topless on multiple episodes.
He made it seem like, just so you know, you might be like, it might be thrown out there. So like, be ready for it. I'm like, okay.
It might be thrown out there. It's all how the vibe goes.
As a woman, I feel like it's always thrown out there. You just get used to that. You just like swan away advancements and dicks in your face and whatever.
The sea of peni. There have been adult performers who have definitely gotten topless. And
that's tight.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's one of the
rings.
See, that's why you don't want to get.
There you go.
This is how I fuck up my hand.
Yeah, but like, I feel like it would be worth it just to see like the face of your skull ring in some motherfucker's cheek.
Maybe not. I don't know. Medical bills suck.
I mean, you're gonna go to a doctor because you're fucking bleeding from your hand after a fight, you fucking wimp sauce? Okay.
Yeah. When I fractured one of the tiny bones in my hand from punching someone wrong, yeah, I may go to a doctor.
Yeah?
Because I'm an adult.
What did they say? Just don't use. You can't cast that shit. You can't do anything.
You get a splint.
They splinted you?
I mean.
We've never eaten a popsicle and bought tape before? You fucking wuss. You can't YouTube?
Whoa. I live in LA. Who's eating fucking sugar? Who's eating fucking sugar in this town?
All natural, 100% organic fruit juice.
Still has sugar.
Okay,
Still has sugar.
Yeah, but it's natural and it has glycogen in it.
Those people are idiots.
No, that doesn't. I feel like if you just like eat, because some people say like, oh, like when you're trying to be healthy, if you eat a fuck ton of fruit, they're like, nah, but fruit has a lot of sugar, so that's bad for you. It's like, nah, but it's like, it's a plant. It's never been through a factory. It hasn't like had chlorine sprayed on it. Like, eat the fruit. It's good for you.
It's been definitely sprayed in chlorine and other pesticides.
Was it true? But it's not. It's been sprayed in pesticides and shit for sure. But it's not the same as like with raw meat, how they're literally like chlorine bathing that shit. And
hey, it adds to the flavor.
Arguably, and
I don't know. Have you ever
like,
had unchlorined meat?
Yes, because actually, and I would never like die on a hill for this, like especially because that's like a funny joke, and I like my heart and soul agrees. But my day job right now, or like one of which is I work at this fancy Brazilian steakhouse, and they're actually the only organic certified or Brazilian steakhouse in the country. And honestly, like the shit is they feed us that shit and we get like the leftovers. Like, let me rephrase. Anytime a motherfucker leaves shit on their plate, I'm eating that shit by the dishwashing station, and it is fucking delicious. Okay, Matt.
You work fucking Fogo de Chao?
No, it's a competitor to Fogo de Chao, but Fogo de Chao's not organic, bitch. You basic motherfucker.
I don't know.
We're like fancier than Fogo de Chao.
What are you at? M in K-Town?
No, it's a new place. It's called H&H.
What's the price point?
It's actually a pretty good price point because they're only 6 months in business. For dinner churrasco, it's $59.95.
Oh, I'm about to do some damage.
Dude, lunch churrasco, I think it's 38.
Yeah, I'm about to
Get in there, baby. Get in there.
I'm about to come do some damage.
Yeah. This is supposed to be a plug for me, but I'm just going to plug the shitty job I'm leaving in 2 weeks.
Oh, I'm definitely going. I'm going to go on your last day.
You should. Hook it up with the friends and family discount. No, you should go the day before I put in my 2 weeks.
Oh, no, I want to be there on your last day. I want to make a horrible mess, and then we can walk out together.
Oh, that would be fun. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, fuck this table. I'm out. Like, all right.
Although they're fucking used to it, they have no fucking spine. They're like, motherfuckers will come in. They have a dress code. They'll come in like against dress code, and then they'll like eat, like just hoard plates of food, and then like ask for to-go boxes. And every time they're like, okay, but this is the last time.
To-go boxes?
Yeah, but because they're like a new restaurant and they're just like whoring themselves out for customers, you know what I mean? They're so nice. Everything's an accommodation that it's like, motherfucker, get out of here.
Oh, I'm rolling through and demanding comp drinks.
All I'm saying is, yeah, exactly. You do that, you make a trash of the place, they're going to suck your dick on the way out thanking you. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, I can eat meat and a dick suck? Yes.
Yeah, it's a good deal.
That's an amazing deal.
I'm getting nothing out of it. I'm not going to work there in 2 weeks. They're like, so go. Just go. 2 weeks in a few days.
What are you doing in 2 weeks?
Well, I'm going to put in my 2 weeks in a couple days. That's my master plan.
And then what?
I'm looking at jobs. I mostly do editing for money. That's like this is more of my side job, anyways. And since editing's not consistent, I like having this, but I'm okay to like find another replacement.
Hit up Fiverr.
What's Fiverr?
You don't know what Fiverr is?
Is that a porn thing?
No.
Oh.
It's a gig economy website where you can offer your skills and abilities for. They call it Fiverr because they encourage you to start like your bottom tier at $5.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. That makes sense. No, and I could get more editing work. I just prefer to have a side job because editing is really, I do enjoy it to a degree. And it's interesting. I've got to meet a lot of good people and make good connections, but it's so time consuming. And being in flow state and editing is kind of rewarding in a sense. But for the most part, I just want to kill myself. I'm just like, when is this fucking done? Like, oh my God, 1 millisecond forward, 1 millisecond back. It's too much.
Oh, this is why you were giving me shit about editing a 3-camera shoot off mic.
Yeah, I was like, that's not hard, you fucking idiot. Like, let me show you how to do it. Like, are you like individually selecting clips and cutting them, you fucking moron?
No, I'm not. I went from audio only.
Well, you didn't specify that. You said like, oh, going to a 3-camera shoot. So I'm like, oh, 1 camera to 3 camera. What now? You just have more fun.
No, 3-camera allows me to cover up stupid mistakes.
Ba-boom. Oh, don't talk about me and my family like that, you fucking asshole.
I'm not going to talk about your family like that.
Shots fired.
Oh, we're only like 2 minutes into this.
Oh God, is that a bad thing? Am I fucking up? Are you regretting? Are you regretting this? You're like, I went on a limb. I'm gonna text
Brandy Brocato right now.
You're like, how dare you?
How dare you? How dare you send me a woman that you probably had sex with and you don't want to talk about on mic?
I plead the fifth.
You know, only the guilty get to plead the fifth, right?
Everyone gets to plead the fifth.
No.
Yeah.
It's to not self-incriminate when you're guilty. No,
but you can accidentally self-incriminate even when you're innocent. That's the whole point of the amendment.
How do you self-incriminate in this situation?
Because I could say something stupid because I'm drunk that will make people think that they're reading between the lines.
Pleading the fifth is exactly what that is.
Tomato.
It's okay. Brandon's a good dude.
Let's move on. Let's move on.
And let's make it weird right off the bat.
Should we? I have the need to like make a transitional noise, like an air horn or something. And
It won't be there in post. Don't worry.
okay. Oh, you get to take things out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, cool. Oh, this is so much more free now.
Oh, yeah. I have creative. Do you think I'd ever do this show live? That's crazy.
Oh, that's too much.
There have been episodes.
You can just bleep out names.
Oh, yeah.
You can have a lot of fun. That's why I did this dating podcast, and my buddy knows that, and I'll say names here because like whatever, and also I don't care. I signed an NDA, but my whole thing is if I get sued for breaking this NDA, I'll be more famous and like more in the green than like ever before. And so the entire episode was about me banging Jared Leto when that was a thing in my life for a while, and he like would bleep it, but he would bleep it very poorly. So it was almost more like for comedic effect than actual like anonymity. Is that a word? Anonymity and anonymity and anonymousness.
Anonymousness.
Yeah. And that was fun, and I appreciated that.
You really banged Jared Leto?
Oh yeah, that was a time. It was very weird too.
Okay, how did you meet Jared Leto? Like, how did this come about?
Okay. All my podcast appearances circle back to me being like, Jared Leto, please sue me. But basically, I was in college. And then me and my friend were connected through this guy that we met out, and he was like, "Oh, like just flexing, like trying to get laid, whatever." He's like, "Oh, like I'm working this Oscar after party, like you girls should come, whatever." Excuse me. And there we go. And then he ended up flaking through, like he was full of shit. And then we were like, "Fuck, we were really excited. We want to go to an Oscar after party." So we go on Google and we Google Oscar after parties, and apparently Guy Osseri, Madonna's manager, was having a party, and they didn't have the exact address, but they had the street that it was on, and the street was just like in their cul-de-sac. So it's like if you show up, you're gonna find it.
Right, you'll hear that motherfucker.
Right, exactly. So we show up and we Uber very, very close to the cul-de-sac. We get out and then we call an Uber Black and then Uber the rest of the way. And we get out of the car and then we're just like walking in. We're like, confidence, we got this. And the second we get to the door, they're like, "Nope, what's your name?" And then we panic, and my friend's like, and they're like, "Who are you? Who do you know?" And then my friend, she's like, "Madonna." And they're like, "Get the fuck out of here." And so, because we're in the hills, right? That's where all this shit was happening. And we're just kind of sitting on the curb, smoking cigarettes, defeated. And there's like rows and rows and rows of SUVs just coming through to this party, right? And one of the SUVs in the stop and go line of traffic pulls down their window. You can't see anyone inside the car, but it's just like an ominous voice. She's like, "Oh, hey, you guys didn't get in? You should try harder." And we're just like, "Fuck you." And then we see these dudes dressed like in their fancy boy clothes walking by us. And then instead of like walking past us, they dip over like the curb into the ravine because it's in the hills, right? It's like these forests and like these fucking steep, hilly ravines. And I'm like, "Girl, like that's the move. Like this is how our way in." She's like, "I can't." Like she was a little more, you know what I mean? She had her standards for like twigs and dirt and shit. And I was like, "Okay, I'm going." And then I like, at first these dudes are like, "Oh, this girl's going to slow us down. Like, who is this bitch?" But then I infiltrate their group. And then we get there, we get to the back door, which they still have people with lists and stuff, but it's like less intense than the front door. And then literally the moment we get there, we're like, "How the fuck are we going to get it?" And then Taylor Swift and all her fucking fangirls come, or like not her, like her posse.
Her entourage.
Yeah. They come in this Hummer limo, which is like so Taylor Swift to like have all these causes, but then to drive a Hummer limo as a white lady, like, okay, Taylor. But anyway, she comes up with all her fucking posse. They're like, this is the chance. We just kind of like walk in with them. And then I'm in there. This is the year that Chris Rock hosted the Oscars. What's his face? Leonardo DiCaprio won his fucking award, right? It was a big fucking deal. I see Leo as he's walking his way to the bathroom. I see Chris Rock. I say hi to Louis C.K. very, very awkwardly. It was pre the Me Too thing, so it was a whole thing. It was very, very exciting. And then all of a sudden, I'm just like living my best life. And I hear behind me, "Oh shit, you got in. Where's your friend?" And I turn around and it's Jared Leto. And he's a very, very awkward man. And we're talking, we're chilling, and having a good time. And I don't know, he's like, "Here, take my email." And I'm like, weird flex, but okay. And I take his email. And then the next day, I email him this, like, what I thought was comedy gold email being like, "Hey, Jared, I just wanted to, like, extend my utmost gratitude for your actions on the night of Guy Osseri's party. If it wasn't for you shouting at me from the window of your SUV, I wouldn't have had the confidence to sneak in to that party. And for that, I'm just so grateful for you, like, stepping out and like shepherding me like that." And then one of my friends told me that he's like into hiking or whatever. And I was like, "If you ever want to go hiking at Griffith Observatory, here's my number." And then he's like, text me on this encryption app where like you can only read like a few words at a time. Like, here you go. And then it was a thing. And they invited me over, and then we banged. And that was a whole other story. He is so weird. Like, he is socially awkward to the T. And I'm like, I probably only got that opportunity because I think he's probably into like fucking teenage girls, and I kind of look like a teenage girl. So whatever, for the experience. I hope I get sued from this podcast.
Oh, this is definitely becoming the clip that goes on YouTube.
Ah.
Hey, at least it wasn't a circle of dudes screaming ass to ass while it happened, right?
No, wait, ass to ass. What does that mean?
It's
I'm not familiar with the biz, Matt.
No, that was a reference to Requiem for a Dream.
Oh, yeah. See, I'm not actually a big fan. Like, I know, like, a 30 Seconds to Mars song, and I know, like,
You know one more song than I do.
Oh, yeah. I couldn't name the song, and I don't think I could sing along, but I could, like, hum and nod in my head. So there you go. And
Was
I know
that what sex with him was like? You were just kind of...
No, I was just down to fuck him because I was young, and he was hot, and I knew he was a celebrity, and I, like, knew who he was, but I've never, like, really seen any of his movies. I know he played that trans lady, and that one thing he got an Oscar for. Like...
Dallas Buyers Club, yeah.
Only because I Googled it after the effect. Like, I didn't fucking know. I don't fucking care.
Condom, no condom.
Condom. And that was something, because before I met him, I Googled, because I figured the internet would have some sort of insight. I was like, does Jared Leto have herpes? And there was mixed reviews on there. He was in the maybe category. So I was like, fuck, do I ask? Like, do I? And I was such a fucking novice. I was new to LA. I didn't fucking know. And I was like, like, how do I do that being awkward? Because normally... actually, I'm not going to go down this road. I'm not going to share my... No, we're just going to say this story. But,
Back away, back away.
I mean, normally it's like, if you're going to fuck me in the future, don't take this verbatim. This is all jokes. But, like, it's like, this is an uncouth, unpopular opinion that, like, my mother would not approve of. But it's like, dude, if it's the heat of the moment and I'm like, yo, you clean, I'm clean, and you're like, yeah, and I look you in the eyes and I believe you, like, fuck it, man. Life is short, right?
Condoms suck. They're not fun.
Right. Like, it's like, because pulling out is just as effective as condoms. And I figure that you're just as invested in not having a kid. And, like, as shitty as it would be to have to pay for an abortion by myself, if you're a shitty dude, like, I can do that. And it's like, how big of a deal is herpes? I don't know. You know what I mean?
Well, up until the 1970s, it wasn't a big deal at all. It was all pharmaceutical companies marketing.
No, that's very true. That's very true.
If you go to Scandinavia, a lot of people have herpes, don't talk about it at all.
Yeah. And so, but he just, and it made sense in hindsight. I was like, oh, yeah, he's just going to, like, not even, like, it's not going to be a discussion. He's going to put condom on his dick. He's a celebrity. He's not trying to, like, have, like, any sort of, like a biological trails to, like,
Well,
his
or
dirt.
you demanding child support for the next 18 years.
Yeah, no.
Think
That's
of
not
the
happening.
lifestyle that load could have bought you.
Dude, right?
You should have been poking holes in that fucking condom.
I didn't have a chance to.
Gotta be fast. Gotta be quick.
I was like, what was that?
Hey, Jared, what was that? Is that your Oscar?
I just start filing my nails to a point.
See?
And there we go. I could be rich right now.
Could be filthy rich. I could be doing your podcast.
Yeah, because that's the level of filthy rich I'm aspiring to be.
Isn't every LA comic?
Let's get Matt Slayer on my personal podcast.
One day. Hopefully one
I
day.
know, knock on fucking wood.
Hopefully someone blows a very expensive load in you and you can afford your own podcast.
Dude,
how do you
don't
think
know,
I got this?
But ever since then, dude, like that, I feel like I've been on a weird decline, man. Like I had a really not like, I don't know. And I'm not the, like, I'm like cute, whatever, but I'm not like LA cute. You know what I mean? Like I know where I'm at. Like I'm comfortable with myself. I love myself, but like I'm none of these supermodels and shit. But I was fucking like professional dancers from Europe and shit, and like fucking soccer players and just like fucking shit. And then like recently, ever since I got into comedy, it's like I'm like, fuck, I'll never have an expensive load me ever again. It's just all gonna be fucking Uber drivers, broke dudes who just like losing their hair. And I'm just like, what? I have an engineering degree. I don't know what's happening to me. It's just fucking, I peaked, man. I fucking peaked.
Hey, maybe one day Louis will masturbate in front of you and you can just try to catch it.
Wait, he'll try to catch what?
His load.
Wait. Oh, he will masturbate in front of me. And then I'll just be like, real quick, like,
Dive in front of it.
just try to catch it inside myself. Okay.
I mean, you can just catch it with something else and turkey baster it into you later.
Yeah, but that gives you more time for someone to like whack it out of your hand. You know, you gotta have a direct hit.
Well, I mean, when he pulls it out to start jerking off, you could just jump on it.
Yeah, I guess I probably wouldn't stop that. He probably wouldn't be used to that situation.
Wait, what's happening here? Did you just Me Too Louis?
I mean, that would be a credit. That would be my opening credit anytime I was brought on stage. After that, I'd be like, "I'm Me Too, Louis C.K. He got a restraining order against me, and here we go."
I think we should make this happen.
That if you have the power to make that happen, like we should have been friends a long time ago. Because that's what I make friendships for, to sexually assault minor celebrities. I guess Louis C.K.'s not a minor celebrity.
These days, he is.
Anyone who's a stand-up comedian, even if they're like big in the comedy world, I assume they're B-list at best.
I mean, for fuck's sake, Louis directed Pootie Tang.
Yes, he did. He did.
That's something, right?
That's like, what's above A-list, you know?
Nothing like obscure Louis credits to keep the conversation.
He's a great artist, and that's frustrating because he was one of my he still is one of my favorite comedians. I grew up listening to that shit. I would go to sleep and I'd have my little fucking player and my fucking things that I would rip all of his fucking, it was him and Carlin. And that was it. And the little Mitch Hedberg. And that was when I was a teenager. And I just programmed my brain with that. And that's why I'm a fucking sex offender now. And it's horrible. And I blame them.
Only 1 out of 3 of them you could rape right now, so.
Yeah, because, well, I mean, if you got connections at the morgue.
Who needs connections in the morgue? Just get a shovel, lazy.
Yeah, I do have tremendous upper body strength, so.
I mean, you have an engineering degree. Engineer that shit.
If someone wants to invest, give me some capital. We can make anything happen, baby.
$5 towards a shovel?
Yeah.
Maybe $10 towards some pulleys? I don't know.
There we go.
You're the engineer.
We're thinking ahead. Yeah.
I'm the asshole who talks into mics.
That's what you say, engineer, and people say it to me sometimes because I've had people disagree with me, but like you can have a doctorate, right? And never practice medicine or whatever your doctorate's in. Maybe it's not medicine or whatever, and you're still a doctor. People have claimed it's the same thing as being an engineer, but I'm like, I'm not a fucking engineer. I don't work an engineering job. I haven't really worked, like, since I was in engineering school, I haven't worked engineering jobs. So, like, what kind of bullshit pose? This is me being like, I'm smart, I swear. Like, it's fucking nothing.
No, what you're swearing is you could sit down and shut up for another 4 years.
Yeah. Well, no, I didn't shut up, but I was good at cheating and bullshitting and
regurgitating information.
Well, no, because that's not, you can't pass. No, if you're just good at regurgitating information, because that's because you get there's a lot of, and this is going to, I don't want to sound racist on the internet. I don't know what's racist or not anymore, but I'm just going to say this. And if it sounds racist, I'm going to trust you to take it out of the podcast. But there's a lot of, different people from, for example, USC. It's where I got my engineering degree. The largest percentage of international students of any university in the United States. So we have a lot of people from all different countries, and in the engineering school specifically, a lot of Asians, a lot of South Asians. You're like Indians, Pakistanis, whatever. And of like those, you get a lot of those people to start, and a lot of them end up being very good engineers, and they graduate very high like grades. They get it, but then a lot of them, the people that like maybe from high school, you think, oh, that motherfucker would be an engineer. They get in there, they can't fucking get it because it's not regurgitating information. It is problem solving with information. Very, very different. That's the difference between being a biologist and being a bioengineer. That is the difference between, you know what I mean?
So what you're saying is like, you're just better than people.
That's what I'm saying is I'm smarter than you. Yeah, if you didn't get that, I'll be explicit. For sure, yeah. You may have glasses, but don't think you won this war, okay?
Oh, the war is far from over. Far from over. You are 2 beers away from committing a sex crime, and I'll be here to document it.
Oh, God. Yeah, I'm being racist. I'm being a sexual assailant. Oh, God. What are we not doing?
Who's the smarter one here?
Oh, God. Okay.
I'm not committing no crimes on the internet.
Yeah, he said he drank before this, but did I see it with my own 2 eyes? No. Yeah, this is a trap, this podcast. This is a fucking trap. I don't even.
I'm drinking right now for sure.
That's what they all say.
That's right. Giant bottle of iced tea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't smell that bottle. That smells just like 9/11 from over here. Fake as fuck.
And a lot of dead bodies.
Yeah. I wish I had a drum and a cymbal for that one. That was good.
Oh, wow. My humor's at that hack level that I'm getting rim shots. Awesome. Awesome.
You're welcome.
I'm going to just start employing a drummer on the show. He's like,
dude, I would fucking love that. If I could do like a Todd Glass fucking, just have a fucking drummer. And like, I like that. I think it's fun, a little showmanship,
The Todd Glass show is a fucking riot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. His most recent special with the band, did you see that? Mm-mm. Oh, very fun. Would highly recommend. He like...
Well, when he does a live podcast, he has the whole band with him.
Yeah, I think comedy and music. Like, I get a lot of comedic inspiration from rappers.
Oh, I'm just waiting for the racism. Go ahead.
No, not at all. Because it's all about there's a lot of work in brevity. You have to be concise. There's a lot of poetic devices in the sense that, you know, people writing jokes might not be actively like, oh, this has more alliteration. But if it does, or if you hit certain consonants, it's better. And there's a lot of, like in rap, like your jokes, they want to have a certain rhythmic element to them to make them a little more snappier, a little more fiery. You know what I mean? A little like this. And a lot of rappers are very funny. Even like you have like the more, maybe not even the most intellectual rappers, the rappers that they're saying something, but a lot of them will like explicitly joke. But then you also have the mumble rappers. That's like, that's almost like a character comedian. You know what I mean? It's like, they're not fucking retards. They're like, this is what fucking sells. And so I'm going to really lean into it. And like
Tekashi 6ix9ine?
Yeah, baby. And he's fucking rolling in it.
Well, he was before the state took that shit from him.
Well, you know, not everything can last forever. Okay.
Well, yeah. But when you say like, oh, hey, I'm being a genius about my image, that kid totally with his rainbow hair and his fucking teeth. And have you ever seen one of his videos?
I think I've seen clips, yeah.
Yeah, it's like there's parts where he's actually lip syncing and then he just stops lip syncing with the video.
Right.
It's like, okay, I get it, kid. You figured it out. You decoded that shit.
Yeah. No, and it's frustrating. And I think the reason it's frustrating excuse me, that was a really wet burp. But like people get frustrated at that shit. They're like, oh, it's not real music. Like, oh, it's bullshit. He's not even singing, whatever they want to say. But I think the frustration, like in all those cases is really rooted in the fact that it's like no one likes looking in the mirror and then being like, ooh, as a species, humanity, like, oh, we're so dumb and easily exploited. And that's what all the frustration comes from.
I don't know if people are really frustrated about that because it's just day to day. Day to day, they're just exploited.
Yeah, but if you live most of your life like blind to a lot of the ways in which that's true, and then when it's like really shoved in your face from a mumble rapper and you're like really repressed, you can get really mad, you know?
America.
Yeah.
I'm not mad about any of it. I accept my lot in life. It's okay. I'm here to be exploited, eat our shitty processed foods, and hopefully die young.
Hopefully.
You
hope to die young.
I don't know.
How old are you now?
12.
I was gonna say, if that ship hasn't sailed, it might be sailing. You better start looking into some bridges or something, baby. You gotta.
No. That's the coward's way out.
It really is. Did you hear about that? I had to go to a fucking acting class. Oh, I hate this. Acting class. But I had to go to a class in the morning. And the entire fucking, I think it was the 101.
You know that
was backed up for, this dude went up to kill himself at midnight. 9 hours.
You know, that's the bridge outside my fucking balcony, right?
Oh, that was the one?
Yeah.
9 hours. That fucking pussy. Kill yourself. Go home. Take a bunch of drugs. Find a gun. Kill it. Don't inconvenience the city. How dare you?
I was driving home when that shit started, and the GPS, for whatever reason, was like, get off at Melrose. I'm like, the fuck?
Did you listen?
Uh-huh.
Good.
And then all of a sudden, I'm like, holy shit.
And also, like, what? Now that the cops showed up and you're getting attention, like, that's all it takes for you to No, if you're going to kill yourself, fucking jump or get the fuck down. Why are you standing there for 9 hours? That's a survivor challenge, standing on top of a bridge for 9 hours straight.
Well,
Why are you doing that?
The problem was they set up the fucking mat under him, so even if he did jump, he was going to survive.
How big was the mat?
Always big enough that he would survive. So, like, the big, like, stunt man fall off a roof mat.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they had it on the 101.
But here's the thing. He could have seen them as they were setting it up, and that pussy-ass motherfucker with no balls and commitment in his goddamn life couldn't have they can't just set that up in an instant. You know what I mean?
Oh, that
he had time.
He's
a
fucking quick.
Fucking pussy.
Well,
I don't care what you say. He's with no conviction.
He's not a pussy.
Get off the bridge and go home, and then if you want to kill yourself, kill yourself. Why are you standing there for 9 fucking hours to get attention?
Because this is LA. Oh, come on. He probably went right from that to an open mic.
Right, oh my God, stop. Oh God. But it's pathetic. He
was working his 5. He was working his tight 5 from the bridge.
Oh my God, stop. Oh God. It's not even funny. That's so sad. That hurts me.
You're like, I'm going to go jump off that bridge now and show them how it's done.
Yeah, seriously. It's like no form, no, like, I understand why he wanted to kill himself, because it's like, you can't just set out and fucking do something for once in your fucking life, you piece of shit.
Well, this is LA. People flake all the time.
Yeah, seriously. 9 hours though, like, walk down. Like, come on, you lost. You're not gonna, like, 9 hours. You're like, you inconsiderate fool.
Inconsiderate people in Los Angeles? Never.
I get it.
Never.
It really I don't know if this is like a being young and dumb and naive thing, but I get it in the sense that I know that there are people that are inconsiderate. I know that there are people that have no empathy, and you see it all the time. And it's like, I understand that life's not fair and people are horrible. Like, I know that, and I expect that, and I live my life accordingly. But then when I come across just like examples of people being so inconsiderate and having no empathy, like, I really don't understand. It's like, we're all suffering. The best case scenario, the worst case scenario, everyone's fucking suffering in this miserable fucking life. Just be fucking nice. You know what I mean? Or just be cool. Like, why? I literally, it doesn't soak in to my brain.
How very Midwest of you.
God damn it. Yeah, maybe that's true. That's not endearing. Ugh.
Oh shit, I wasn't supposed to just drop the truth on you. I'm sorry. Sorry about that.
No, you're so right. Oh, goddamn. That's really how I feel.
Oh no, that shit frustrates the fuck out of me. Just people who are, I mean, it's not even malicious half the time. It's just oblivious. People fucking driving down the highway 20 miles an hour under the speed limit, and people can't get around them, so it backs up our fucking traffic daily.
Yeah.
Because you can't drive the fucking speed limit for whatever fucking reason.
Yeah. It's like, I get it. I drive high too, but it's like, learn your levels, like, figure it out.
It's not even like high people. It's sometimes elderly people. I don't even know.
Oh.
But for fuck's sake, they're not being malicious. They're not thinking like, ha ha ha, I'm going to fuck everyone on the 101. They're just like, I can't. 55 just is not in my comfort zone. They're all up in their own business.
Yeah. No, and that's the fucking problem. And that's one of the many, many things. As someone who's really struggled with mental illness, I've had like stints in like whatever, the hospital and shit. Like, I really have a big place in my heart for people struggling with mental illness. We're in like the biggest shantytown homeless capital of the nation. And it's like, people like walk by these people like they're fucking tables and chairs and dirt. And it's like, no, these motherfuckers like have serious issues, and I really feel for that. But something I will say.
Wait, we have shantytowns? I thought they were just open air tent markets.
Oh, and dude, you know, I fucking love camping. Okay, when I first got here, I'm like, this is great. I'm gonna love it. But no, it's very depressing for the best country in the world. You know what I mean? Like,
I've definitely just taken a couple tents. I didn't realize.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I thought it was an open air tent market.
Are you shitting? Are you for real right now? Because that's.
Oh, yeah,
Dude, I wish I could get that ignorance, because I really could use a new tent, because I do love camping.
Yeah, seriously, I got 2 new tents. Like,
dude, I'll pay you for one of those free tents you stole from a poor homeless fucker who's probably dead now. Yeah,
I
you
left
want to make a deal?
$5.
Okay, let's make a deal. You're negotiating up from your negotiating price, you fucking
no,
Jew.
I left 5. I'm gonna turn a profit on.
Oh, you left 5?
Yeah, I'm
on the sidewalk. Did you put a rock down? How did you give them 5?
I attached it to his dog.
You're lying.
Yeah, of course I'm lying.
Oh my God. I was like, you can't lie. I'm gullible. Don't do that to me.
Oh, if you're just going to let me just do wacky bits.
Oh no, I'm going to buy into the whole thing.
I love that you were going with that. Like, what kind of monster did Brandon send me to?
I've lived a weird life. When people say weird shit to me, I'm not fazed. I don't question them. Like,
so I will continue to say weird shit to you. Some of it might be real. Some of it won't be.
Okay, but when I call you out, as long as you keep letting me know.
Oh no, I will just make it more absurd until it's really obvious what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's the line between being a comedian and a sociopath, for sure.
Wait, the which way am I leading here?
No. Yeah, as long as you're on the good side. You're on the good team, whatever, depending on who you ask. But
if you ask my exes, it's sociopath.
I mean, that's just the nature of the beast. But we could get into that.
Oh, definitely.
But what I want is just one of the many downfalls of this whole like pro mental health movement is that with the increased awareness of anxiety and depression, people get so self-aware of their depressed and anxious thoughts, which are real, which if you have very bad anxiety and depression can be borderline psychotic because the voices are so loud.
Just self-medicate like a goddamn adult.
No, right. And see, that's the thing. But when you become so aware, you become so trapped in your own head that like literally your vision starts to go. You don't even like see the world around you.
Do you know what silences those voices?
It's not helping.
Whiskey silences those voices.
Cheers to that, baby.
Is that an empty can? You're about to cheers me with an empty can?
No.
The tab's in there. How's that?
I put it in there because I didn't want to put it on your floor and I thought I would lose it.
You lose the tab in a beer you're
I'm
still
not going to drink it.
You're going to cheers me with a beer you're not drinking?
I'm drinking. There's liquid in it. I'm going to drink it with the tab in there.
I think that's urine.
No, it's not. Dude. How much am I bet?
I'm not going to make a bet with you on urine. So you drink your own pee. Cool.
It's sterile and I like the taste.
Cheers. Cheers to that.
It's like I'm not touching your dirty ass trash can, but cheers to that.
And I'm down with the dodgeball quote.
There you go. Yeah.
I'm a fucking movie buff. Do you think you're going to slide one past me? Jesus.
No, I was throwing you an alley-oop, baby.
You're throwing me a wrench.
Yeah, to fix your life with, sure.
Well, no, if you can dodge a ball, you can dodge if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, see, you're better. See, I watch movies. I have like a fucked up thing where I've had too many concussions and I smoke a lot of weed. And usually when I watch TV and movies, TV I can remember, but movies, I've seen Nacho Libre and Tim and Eric's $1 Billion Movie, both individually, over 30 times. And I can tell you maybe like baseline things about the plot, but every time I'm surprised by a lot of the movie.
When Jack Black loses his mask, you're like, oh my God, I didn't know Jack Black was in this movie.
Basically, dude, it's really bad. But it's like, I'm getting my money's worth.
Where did the concussions come from?
I did competitive cheerleading for a long time, which surprises a lot of people. I did it in high school and I did it at USC. And then also, I had a period of time, so I don't know how many of these instances happened, where my bed is kind of positioned near the wall, right, and near a windowsill. And I would like a couple times I'd wake up with big bruises on my head and I'd feel kind of weird. I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
And then you'd roll over and realize who you had sex with?
No, haha, yeah. No, good one. Highbrow. But no, but
you don't come on the show for highbrow humor. You come out here for very lowbrow humor and absurdity. That's all you get.
I'm talking about how my brain is mush, and you're just like, it's all because of the dicks.
Well, yeah, no, just the rough sex of someone banging you into a wall, not necessarily good dick.
Oh, yeah.
I was just thinking you had violent sex.
Like, I didn't think you had good dick, homegirl. Okay.
No, you were talking about it was a mistake earlier. If it was good dick, it wouldn't be trash.
Right. But beyond the dick, good or bad or irrelevant. I kind of would like, you know, when you kind of half wake up in the middle of the night, maybe you got to pee or something. But
I just wet the bed.
You're a bedwetter? No, you're fucking with me. This is the thing we were talking about earlier. See, I'm catching on. The concussions weren't that bad.
Yet.
But I would like kind of like half wake up in the middle of the night. Like I figured out through like my boyfriend who was with me at the time, like half waking up and like getting bruised on my head. I would like, because I would sleep near the wall and I would be banging my head into the wall in my sleep.
Is that what he told you?
No. I mean, it's this. Ha. You asked, okay? I'm going to ask you a question about your brain health so I can set up myself with a shitty joke. Ooh.
Welcome to the show.
Ah.
It wasn't that shitty. Did you just swallow the tab?
I swallowed the tab.
No, you didn't. See, that was a shitty joke.
I wanted to get you, but then I'm like, I can't commit. I don't like to lie to people. I don't.
No, it's not lying. It's acting, and you need to go back to school.
It's not acting. I need to go back to school. Don't make me do that. That was the worst experience.
You should go to Scientology acting school.
That would be, you know, I feel like they at least get a good sense of community, and maybe I could learn sailing. Ships? Yeah, there you go.
Like every rich white girl, I learned sailing.
Yeah, I like the sea. Oh, this the captains. Like, they say what they want about Scientology, but have you seen their uniforms?
Are you into a man in uniform?
Sometimes, yeah. Who isn't into it? Yeah.
I'm not into men, so no.
Yeah, the same thing doesn't like reverse to women for sure. But a man in uniform, because something that like universally woke or not, feminine, masculine, it doesn't matter. A woman that's into men, like you want a competent man. And a uniform implies A, that you have a job. B, that like it's a job where you like have to have a skill. You know what I mean? Like there's a level of earning it. Even if it's just UPS, like that's a fucking thing. You know what I mean? There's a UPS worker at my fucking building who I'm just like, is nobody when he's in normal clothes. When he's in that UPS uniform, I'm like, oh yeah, you're something, buddy. Get in there. Like,
You just want to see what Brown can do for you. I couldn't help myself on that. I really just couldn't stop.
See, that was a good joke.
No, that was horrible.
See, we have to.
like the words were forming in my brain hole, and I'm like, this is gonna be bad, but I'm gonna still say it. I'm gonna just regurgitate that bullshit.
I'm sure words aren't the only thing your brain holes used to be being full of.
Usually mind altering chemicals, but yeah.
There you go. Mind altering chemicals. What's your mind altering chemical of choice?
LSD.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. When I get my hands on it, I really do enjoy acid.
How often do you do acid?
Not very often because it's hard to come by.
Really?
I don't look very hard.
Oh, I was gonna say, anytime you want acid, like hit me up. I got a guy.
Well, welcome to my new best friend and my new co-host.
Wielding and dealing, baby.
Welcome to my new co-host Alyssa, who's gonna just provide me with acid to be on the show.
That's my only job description. It's just knowing people and doing drugs. It's not hard to come by. Why did I get an engineering degree? I have my other
because you wanted a lot of debt.
My trash skills are no, I didn't have really debt. USC paid for most of my education.
Off the strength of your cheerleading?
No, off the strength of they thought I was well-rounded and would be someone someday. There's a specific scholarship for that. Like my grades were pretty good considering, but like overall they weren't that great in terms of like the talent pool that was going to USC in some of these schools because
or
my
the
freshman
kids
year,
that bribed their way in.
Oh, yeah. No, well, my grades are way better than those kids. Are you kidding me? Those kids didn't have grades. They didn't go to school. They just, like, gave a check. But, nah, my freshman year, I didn't give a shit. Bless you.
Or just all the noises
just
coming
let
out.
it out. All the gas, all of the orifices, just, yeah, you know.
You would not be the second person in a week to deep throat that mic. So
that was it. Oh, man, you have low exercise. It's funny, like, who defines deep throat as what, you know? You learn a lot about a person.
Well, I thought you were going to go for it. I thought you were going to make it disappear to the base.
No, I wouldn't disrespect your mic like that. That's rude.
Other people definitely have.
That's a reflection on their character. Okay.
It definitely is. It definitely is.
What is this? And now, oh, wow. I wouldn't call that deep throat.
I mean, it's in there.
Yeah, but this main adjective being deep, it's not even to the base, dude.
I'm exaggerating for comedic value. I mean,
comedy is in truth.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead and kiss the tip of it. Don't worry, everyone else who has been tested. So,
like a real industry veteran. That was the word.
Yeah, everyone who's spilled bodily fluids on that mic has been tested, except you.
Ah, excellent.
You just fucked up the mic pool.
Oh yeah, especially since
Brandon.
I feel bad. He specifically he was cool about it, but he was like, yeah, and he blamed it on you. He was like, if Matt tries to bring me up, you should just like tell him you plead the fifth, you know, like that'll be funny and like just like not talk about me. And I'm like, why are you trying to blame Matt? You can just ask me not to talk about you. Not that I'll listen, but like, why are you trying to throw your buddy under the bus?
What's there to talk about? We're here to talk about you. We're not here to talk about Brandon Brocato.
Were we talking about me? I don't even.
We were talking about your very gifted engineering scholarship.
Okay, yeah. But
that was a giant waste of USC's money.
It was. Oh, dude, that's my biggest pride. Because, like, I got a call recently from their alumni board being like, hey, we're doing a survey. It's like, what are you doing now? How much money do you make? Do you do anything related to engineering? And I'm like, no, I'm going to be a stand-up comedian. And they're like, wait, what are you actually doing? And I'm like, yep. And they're like, oh. And it was fun. And I felt like I got to, like, stick a knife in there and twist it, you know?
Well, you got to at least start doing, like, smart Dimitri Martin jokes and shit like that.
You've never seen my act.
I may have Googled a little bit.
Oh, you did? Did you enjoy it?
Anyways.
No, but now we're talking about it. No, you've never did. No, we're doing a roast. This is turned from your podcast to the roast of me. We're going to submit it to Comedy Central. It's going to be a hit.
Oh, no. Comedy Central won't touch me with a 10-foot pole.
Why is that?
Porn.
Comedy Central's scared of porn?
Everyone's scared of porn.
That doesn't sound right.
Nothing ever sounds right.
Now I gotta like sit on my foot so I don't go pee in the middle of this fucking thing.
Yeah, please don't pee.
I'm not gonna pee.
Trip. Trip. Trip.
Damn, I feel like a really like deep human connection with you now. The audio of my urethra has connected through your mouth. This is deeper than sex, ladies and gentlemen. This is like human connection, baby.
Sex is very shallow with me. Don't. Super shallow. Super.
This is love.
Get out. Get out. We'll handle that like I handle any other love situation. Out of my life. Get out. Out.
I
Out.
like that when I laugh, I can like completely go out from the mic and it still picks it up. I'm like a witch. It's disgusting.
Yeah, me and love. Oof.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Oh,
You seem like you want to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it, but I will talk about it. I'm not afraid of it.
I meant to be the host on a podcast, not the guest.
Yeah. Before we got on mic, Alyssa was like flat out interviewing me.
Oh, for like an hour, dude, at least.
It was all porn Q&A, but
I had a lot of questions. I learned a lot.
she did.
I thought it was impressive that I knew that it's a cuckold, not a cuckold, but you were like, yeah, basic. And I'm like, okay.
And you learned that on someone else's podcast. You're bringing...
No, I learned. Oh, yeah, I did. Oh, yeah, I did.
See, I pay attention.
Yeah, wow, look at you. Someone that hasn't bashed their head into the wall in their sleep. Okay, fine.
No. I have not been physically abused by partner. Well, except that one partner, but...
It wasn't by my partner.
Whatever you gotta tell yourself.
Why does that make it funny to you?
Spousal abuse? Always hilarious. Domestic violence is always funny.
Often, I would agree with often.
Always.
There's got to be some effort put into the joke thing.
Not on my show. No.
Yeah, clearly.
Clearly, this is why I'm in the top 100 comedy interviews in Russia.
Oh, is that true?
I was for a little while. I fell off
Oh
the
my
chart.
God, that's amazing.
There was
Oh my God, because I love anarchy, so that's awesome.
there was a point where I was in the top 100 comedy interview podcast in both Russia and Turkey in the same day. I'm like,
Oh,
authoritarian countries
Yeah.
love me.
weird. Okay, I'm
Not charting in the U.S. at all.
Right. Huh.
Non-English speaking authoritarian countries.
Right. They're just like, these people speak it how it is.
I have a feeling it was just someone with luscious breasts was on the show, and they're like, yeah.
And they got a hold.
Like I was just brought along with the breasts.
Right. But hey, what more could you ask for?
I mean, that's what I've kind of built my whole career around.
Yeah, truly. And you're doing a great job. Look at you.
She met me today, and she's like, "Oh, you already did a great job. I've listened to one episode with my friend on it." And
No, I've heard things about your show. Is that?
from whom?
I mean, all from. Are we gonna go back? Are we gonna circle back to this?
See. You
No,
haven't.
that was filled in on like the whole thing.
You've heard things about the show from one person.
Okay, I have a question, and I'm embarrassed to ask it, but I'm gonna ask it.
Yes, I'm circumcised.
If I go, oh, you are? Oh, can we talk about that? But would it be weird if I peed first? Would it ruin the whole thing? Because you're
No.
gonna edit this anyways. Okay, I'm gonna pee. I'm so sorry.
Whatever.
Whatever. Okay.
You pee like a dude.
What?
You pee like a dude.
Oh yeah, it's one of my I'm really proud of this talent that I can honestly pee anywhere.
No, I mean you pee at dude speeds.
Yeah, no, and because I don't believe in washing my hands. I know it's sorry, I'm in your place, and like if I touch things that bother, don't tell your OCD roommate about this. But it's like as we've learned from the great movie Dodgeball, urine is sterile. That's a scientific fact. And also, like I'm not drenching my hands in pee when I piss. I mean, do I wash my hands when I take a shit? Most of the time, not. But that's not what I'm talking. You know what I mean? It's like I personally,
Whoa.
I believe in a strong immune system. I didn't shit in your place, okay? I
Either way,
shower
even if you
sometimes.
I'm not afraid of your fluids.
Oh, good. Okay, yeah, you were. No, but sometimes, like in this town, especially, people give me so much fucking shit, and it's like, no, I'm trying to save time. California's in a drought most of the time. I'm saving water. I'm saving the environment. Like, no, I don't need to wash my hands to feel good. You're covered in germs. You're covered in feces. You're covered in pollutants every single second of every single day. But just because, like, you have to think about it, and in your mind's eye, it's gross. Like, stop being a fucking pussy and living in this fantasy ass world and grow up. You know?
No.
Are you a hand washer? You wash your hands every time you take a piss?
No.
Don't be a fool. Yeah, exactly.
Only when there's people within earshot that I want to impress.
Sometimes, and I hate that I do this because I'd like to stand by my behavior and decisions. Sometimes if I'm in this situation, I will run the water, but like I do a bad job of faking it. Like they know I'm faking it. Like I for the most part, I commit because it's I really believe in my way of life. What were we talking about? Circumcision.
Yes.
How do you do you ever not that you could regret it because it wasn't your choice, but do you ever like whatever version of regret that would be? Do you ever feel like you're missing out?
No, I don't need to be self-lubricating. Plus, they gave me wine. It's a good deal. A little bit of skin for some wine, done.
But
I've made much worse trades.
There's never a part of you, and I totally understand not feeling this way because like once a decision is already made, what's the point in wallowing in what could have been? I get that, but you never feel like, God damn, like I didn't have a say in that matter, and that was like my junk.
Okay, because it's America. One, I didn't have a say in it. Two,
right?
I never have any conscious memory of having a foreskin. Three, some of the fairer sex is kind of weirded out by the squid dick.
In this country.
And
they're wrong.
They may be wrong, but I have the majority of my sex in this country, so.
No, no, those are all great reasons. Yeah, for sure.
So,
I was curious.
Yeah, and when you're getting this into bed, I need every plus I got going.
There's no way for this question for you to actually give like an actual answer to this question besides like what you would think right now, which would never be representative of the actual circumstance. But do you think if you could go back, never be circumcised, and then become to an age like 18 when you can get yourself circumcised, do you think you would do it?
I don't know. Depends if it was going to cause me an infection that would negatively impact my life. I feel
like it would be the risk of like most surgeries where like, yeah, you could, but like also.
Well, I had a coworker who at a job I worked over a decade ago had to get an adult circumcision because it was causing health complications.
What kind of complications? If I
didn't get that much level of detail, but
How can someone say that to you and you don't get the details?
Like, dude, what's wrong with your dick? Is it gonna kill you? No, I didn't ask why.
Well, how did it come up in the first place?
Because he had to take a day off work.
Oh, okay.
It's like,
just say mental health day, okay?
Yeah,
bro?
He didn't say mental health day. He's like, gotta get my dick cut tomorrow.
Weird. Okay, weird flex.
That's right. Still got my foreskin for now.
Yeah,
it's a weird flex.
Yeah, definitely.
So I
have very strong opinions on this circumstance.
So what happens when you get to see the squid dick? Are you cool with it?
Oh yeah, I'm cool with it. I really see. Here's the thing: if I'm gonna like, because you know what I mean. I really believe that if I'm already there and I'm gonna have sex with someone, like, you know what I mean. There are things like any person you ever have sex with, there's gonna be things that you're enthusiastic about and things that you're less than enthusiastic about, right? So if you're gonna go in and have an experience like. The scale might be tipped more in one favor or the other, but there's always going to be pros and cons with any situation, right?
I mean, generally the pro is they have a vagina. The con is everything else.
What do you mean? Like boobs are a con for you? Like
no, I was just being an ass of like I have sex with bad people.
Oh, well, that's a personal problem, and that shouldn't involve me. So,
well, it involves you because you're having the conversation with me. That's the extent.
Oh, allegedly, yeah, that's right. I signed up for this. Okay, fair enough. But my point is, it's like
no, not allegedly. You are having the conversation,
and I think dicks that are cut are inferior, but I know it's not your fault, and you can still have a great dick or a great whatever, and it can still be a good experience, like whatever. So, like, no, I don't knock that. I don't believe that. I believe like if you're gonna have sex with someone, like it should be a positive experience. Like you focus on the positives, right? That being said, I'll just name a few things that I think are weird. I think it's weird that because I've asked a lot of people in my sex ed experience, and most of the people I've asked. In the anatomical diagram of the penis in sex ed or anatomy classes in America, it has no foreskin, which is interesting. Sounds kind of like a conspiracy. Why is that? The textbook that is supposed to show you scientifically what a penis is naturally, or like what the parts are, doesn't have a foreskin. Weird, right? Weird. Also, I've seen a few dicks in my day, and my first dicks were all circumcised. So, like, that's what I thought was. And I saw the diagrams and sex ed. I didn't even know. And I lived in Hong Kong for a little bit, and when I was living there, fucked a few foreign dudes, whatever. Got involved with some foreskins, and then I think personally, and this is like when you speak in broad generalizations. Obviously, there are exceptions. This isn't a personal attack. I think generally speaking, it can make for a more sensual lover, and it kind of makes sense for me. This isn't like pure, like I'm not a fucking genital scientist, but I do understand basic analogies and like things that like simply kind of make sense to me. And it's like you have a clit, it's very sensitive, and it has a hood. And then with those two things, it feels really good, you know? And it's like, you have something very, very sensitive and it doesn't have like a fucking, like, I feel like it in the way it's been explained, and I can confirm my own experience, that I feel like there's an element of, in this broad generalization, like I've never had a dick, like I know this can be challenged, whatever, but I think there's more of an element, if you were to like make an analogy of like when you don't have a foreskin, it's like the pumps and the moves, it's all a means to an end, right? I'm just trying to bust that nut, whatever, where I feel like dudes that have a foreskin can almost like more get into like the foreplay and like the actual like act more, if that makes sense. And it's like less of a, there's still like the end in sight that is a goal, but it's like a little bit less of just like an unpleasant, like, oh, let's get there. You know what I mean? And it's just,
If you're just fucking people that are just trying to get there, you're fucking the wrong people.
oh, no, absolutely. But also, just as a human being, how can you be so, as a white woman, you get very upset about
You're a
female
white
general. Right, yeah. You, by the way, you lit me. Everyone can see that I'm a Nazi vampire in your fucking screen.
Oh, this is mostly consumed via audio, so.
Oh, fabulous. Okay, well, you probably actually know my voice sounds sometimes like a truck driver, except not sometimes I put on my fancy voice because I do work at a fancy restaurant.
That's your fancy voice?
Yeah, I greet people. I'm like, welcome to Asian.
That is like that is like fancy for Columbus, Ohio.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this is all I know. Okay, but what I do have a problem with unconsensually chopping off pieces of people's genitals, and it's hard for me to take an argument seriously from someone because I know psychologically about cognitive dissonance and about like, so it's like if you had something taken away from you, there's a part of, if you ask any man like what's the most important part of his life, or like what's the meaning of life, or any of these big questions, more often than not, I feel like it in some way or another roots back to his dick, you know? And to have a part of that, something so important, stripping away from you, I feel like to not feel like a victim or to not wallow in the injustice of that, you have to make justifications for why you would have wanted that in the first place, you know? And it just hurts me that the only justification for it now is bullshit. Like scientifically, it's all like cleanliness. Like what, you can't teach your son to wash his dick? You're going to teach him how to be a man, how to treat a woman right, how to get a job.
Whoa.
But you can't teach him to, like a vagina is more difficult to clean than a dick with a foreskin.
Whoa. That's some mighty big assumptions that I had good parents.
but like that's the justification. Like, oh, he can't clean his like that doesn't really make sense. That doesn't add up. You know what I mean? The risk for like death and disease from those things, when like that's back when like we would take a bath every 6 months. That's not a real concern now. So why are we still doing that? You know?
Jewish
and it
tradition.
bothers me. And it is because you are actually Jewish, where the majority of men, and like, not that it makes it better or worse, not that I take back what I say based on that. I'm sure I'd be interested if you feel like it has more significance to you because of that.
No, it has zero significance.
Okay.
I'm a Jew in blood. Like,
Right.
As I like to say, I'm an entertainment Jew.
Are you, do you find any like, haha, this is fun in the tradition? I'm sure, I know you're not religious, but no, you don't give a shit.
Dude,
there's nothing in your wrist that like spinning a dreidel. There's nothing.
I mean, I like that my people teach us how to gamble at a young age.
That's fun. Yeah, for sure.
And I like money.
No, I just think it's a very underspoken thing. And I think, you know, I've seen quite a bit of penises, not enough to have a scientifically and statistically significant experiment.
Well, you should be documenting this shit and making a goddamn chart.
I'm just saying people with foreskins are better lovers, and I feel like if you're an 18-year-old, you should have the right to cut off your dick, but it's not fair we're doing it to babies. It's a little weird, and if I have a son, there's no way in hell I'm getting him circumcised. Hell no.
But what if Louis wants you to cut his dick?
Then he can cut his own dick when he's 18, and then I can feel comfortable knowing that that's what he wanted and not feel any like weird guilt later, you know? Because he did it. I didn't do it without asking permission. That's weird. To just cut off someone's genitals without asking them, it's weird. Sorry, and I know, and it's a weird thing. And I have this conversation with dudes. I have a lot of very close men in my life, and sometimes it can be awkward because, you know, like that happened and you didn't ask for it. And then there's also a point where then like the cycle continues with a lot of things where it's like, I feel like a lot of dudes, even though it shouldn't be a thing, have a weird thing where it's like, well, what if my son's, like, if I don't get my son circumcised, then his dick won't look like my dick, and that's weird.
Well, you know what I'm going to do for my son, right?
You're going to have kids?
Accidentally.
Don't. Then when you have accidentally kids, you're not going to say any of this.
Hey, if I'm going to pay child support, I got to say.
Okay, sure. If you want to think that to help you sleep at night, fair.
Oh, no. The
What are
whiskey
you
helps
gonna
me
do?
sleep at night.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to tie stones to his foreskin to make it a bigger foreskin.
Oh, so he learns to resent it?
No. Just more surface area for more sensitivity.
Love me a logical fallacy in the name of comedy, baby.
No, there is actually an African tribe that like ties stones to their penises to give their children larger penises.
That's what I'm saying. Don't do weird things with kids' dicks. It's not that hard of a concept.
Well,
don't touch kids' dicks. Just don't do it.
When you put it like that, yes.
Yeah, just do it. It's easy. It's easy. Just
Definitely don't give them herpes by sucking the blood out of the circumcision.
You don't need to. It's unnecessary. What are you Googling?
See if I'm completely full of shit about the... Yep, okay. I was not completely full of shit about the stones.
Oh, no, I believe that. People do weird body modifications all over age ranges, genders, cultures. Everyone's doing weird body modifications.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't completely full of shit. I mean, I'm often full of shit, but I want to
really
make sure.
respect fact checking. Like, as much as I love a show where it's like, we're gonna make jokes and we can lie and it's not serious, but it's like if you're not fact checking your shit and you're just putting shit into the ether, you're just as bad as child rapists. People that just spew lies, like your Trumps, your fucking Clintons, your fucking just like all of us.
So child rapists,
worst people. No, child rapists are bad.
No, but
don't twist my words. Child rapists are bad. Very bad.
The people you just named are all child rapists, allegedly.
Very true. Oh my God. No one talks. Everyone knows Clinton's a child rapist, but no one talks about Trump in his fucking court. Well, how he's a defendant with Epstein against that fucking Jada. No one talks about that shit.
Why does everyone, even remotely related to Brandon Brocato, get political at the top of the half?
I'm sorry.
But no, it was like, blah, 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 child, like, you just named child rapists. Like, those are bad examples of...
Sorry that, like, everyone that's a name that people know has fucked a kid once or twice in their day, okay? I don't make the rules.
Obviously not. Otherwise, anonymous dudes would be fucking kids, too.
Anonymous, like the people in the masks?
Who knows?
Or like people without name, like nameless people?
Nameless people.
Nameless people are fucking kids.
I'm sure.
Yeah, don't
They're
get
not nameless for long, though. Hopefully they're brought to justice and their name is far and wide.
Yeah, and Epstein killed himself.
One of those things could happen. One of those things definitely did not happen.
I beg to differ.
Oh, no. Child rapists can definitely be brought to justice.
Yeah, but you think all of them are? Like, there's
not all of them.
Child rapists that rape their kids and they go on and they die happily in their sleep.
Nothing is absolute.
Okay, well, that's a cop-out of a conversation.
No, it's not a cop-out. That's not a cop-out. Nothing is absolute. Some child rapists are brought to justice. Some are not. Some murderers are brought to justice. Some are not. Nothing is absolute.
I mean, sure.
It's true.
I feel like that's not how we got to that point, and it was like a weird twisted...
Well, it was a weird twist in the first place. I mean, it was just all like weird.
Every time we say weird twist, I just think about like a baby foreskin, like... And it hurts me a little bit.
I think about churros.
Because you're a fat guy.
Yeah. Made the cheap joke about my weight.
So I wouldn't normally say that, but you made it about yourself earlier, so it was in the back of my head, and then I just went with it.
You're just like the minute he makes a food joke.
You said it. I didn't talk about churros first, okay?
Well, I just want a fucking churro. I want this to be over.
Now I wish that I brought something.
I just want this to be over, and I want to eat churros.
I know.
I want to be topless eating churros.
No,
that's all I want
LA
right now.
at this time, unfortunately.
Oh, there's definitely a street vendor somewhere.
Where you can be topless?
I'm a dude.
You get to be topless.
I'm a dude. I definitely can be. I definitely can.
Yeah, rub it in my face. Do it right now. You said topless is encouraged. Ah! Double nips. Oh, yeah. He's going to keep doing it. Oh, no. There we go. See, he did say someone would be topless on this show.
If you buy the video version.
Cheers to that.
See? She got to see my nipples.
Yeah. I would say they're about a quarter size with the areolas. You don't think? I got one in my fanny pack. Got the fanny right here. Did you know that fanny in Australian means pussy instead of butt? Here you go.
Good. God damn it.
It is.
It is. I thought they were more dime sized.
Oh my God, I'm better at sizing money than a Jew. Amazing.
Yeah, I deal in paper, not coins.
I'm like too German looking to make all these Jew jokes.
That's fine. It's fine. I mean, this is why you put my people down.
It's you invited me, so
If I end up in an oven later, you know why.
because you looked so delicious.
You are drunk.
I was just trying to be a professional on the show.
It's fine. It's fine. Drink up.
Just edit this part out.
No,
Edit
no,
all the parts where I look awkward out, please.
No, we're both being awkward. It's fine. It's fun.
Okay, cool. I don't know how to reconcile. I feel like I'm really, really cool, but I also feel like I'm really, really awkward, and I like have no idea how I come off.
You're doing fine.
No, like, sure, no, I didn't. That wasn't a seek for valid. Oh, you finally burped. So now this is like a camaraderie thing. Okay, cool.
Yes, we've expelled gases together.
Yeah. Truly. No.
Weak sauce. Absolute weak sauce. For the audio audience, Alyssa Linden, like it was going to be fucking epic. It was going to be an epic burp. And it was just a fucking dribble.
Well, it wasn't even a dribble. It was nothing. I can't make myself burp because I'm not a poser.
Or talented. Talented people can burp on command.
I don't know why we're bringing up unrelated truths on this podcast.
A couple non sequiturs here and there. So back to fucking disfigured genitalia, because that's
we're going back to that? Good. I thought we would never get enough.
So what's your opinion on labiaplasty?
Is that a plastic surgery for like to reduce your labia?
It is indeed.
I have heard about that, and oh my God, the burp is coming. Don't you wait, listeners? It's happening. Just wait. There we go. Ah, yes, nailed it. That's called a callback in the biz.
It is indeed.
Okay.
That was weak sauce.
I think it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, it's a waste of time, money, pain, health, because it's like, what, you're trying to make your vagina look pretty. Newsflash. Like at the end of the day, like it's equivocation because like, yeah, pussy and dick is pretty, but it's only pretty because your brain is filled with hormones. Like you're fucking rolling on ecstasy, essentially, telling yourself that it's pretty. It's all ugly. That's why they call it bumping uglies. And like,
oh yeah, if you look at the human body objectively, none of it's attractive.
And it's like, as a woman, I totally understand like making decisions with the purpose of like attracting a suitor. Like I get that. And that's the thing. And I hate it. And it's like, I hate that it's like it more affects women than men, but it's like a truth. But when it gets to the point where it's like you're so desperate to like impress someone you're gonna bang, that like you're more interested in the like the quick glance that they see of your genitalia before they shove something near it or around it, where they're like, oh, that's super aesthetically pleasing, that you're willing to sacrifice your own sexual pleasure. It's like, just fucking kill yourself. Like, what do you do? Like, have a fucking backbone. Like, fucking own your shit. Love yourself. Go to therapy. Do something. Like, why are you fucking doing that shit? It's so fucking stupid, and it's so, like, serving of other, like, people that have, like, because it's like, I don't know. I'm someone who, people tell me a lot, like, they'll see me on stage, they'll be like, wow, you're so, like, confident, like, so cool. And it's like, I feel like I have the least confidence on the fucking planet. I am wishy-washy. I'm a people pleaser. I keep things to myself that I wish I said out loud, but still people are like, you're so fearless. Like you give no fucks, you tell no lies, whatever. And it's like, I feel so unconfident. So like, I feel like I empathize with people that are like unconfident and they like do weird things to like get approval. Like I really like, I would never put that type of behavior completely down because I empathize with it. But when it comes to the point where you're gonna like completely like sacrifice, because that's what that surgery does. It like gets rid of all your feeling, or like a majority of it, in those areas. And then just for like the aesthetic pleasure of another person, it's like, you fucking flimsy ass pussy, fucking no self-respect. Like you don't just like, you've like, that's the same as to me people who cross the street while texting on their phone. Like, where is your survival? And you need to have a part of you that like looks out for you, because no one else is gonna look out for you. It's no one's job. So like, how you're gonna just like give up sex? One of like, and I love drugs. I love drugs. I love sex. You're going to give something like in that category of like blissful goodness up to like have some like dude that you met at a bar be like, oh, your pussy's cute. Like, you fucking moron. What are you doing? Like, no. Your pussy's not that ugly. Like, what are you doing? And you're never going to feel good about it. You're not going to look in the mirror after the surgery and be like, oh, yeah, now I'm happy with myself. You're not going to get self-esteem at the base of your lips. No, you're not. You can laugh. You don't need to do that.
Sorry, I wasn't trying to interrupt your flow of my fucking laughter. I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm trying to be courteous to my fucking guest. My fucking bad. It will never happen again.
Good, I appreciate it.
I will laugh audibly and mock you relentlessly.
Oh, you've already been doing the latter, but
Oh, that's not relentless. This is pretty tame.
Oh, really? What a kind soul.
No one's ever called me that before.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm a people pleaser. I just want you to feel
So
good
what is-
on your show.
What is the biggest thing you have ever done to please someone that you regret?
Oh, my God. That's such a good question. Oh, my God. I feel like there's so many instances of like moderate examples, but like there's nothing that's like so big that comes to mind immediately. I think just like, and this is such like isn't a fun answer, but I think like in the moderate examples, it usually comes down to compromising my schedule or like workflow or like goals schedule to like accommodate another person when it doesn't really matter, or like it's not something like that I like this like important like I committed to in the past. Or
Thank you for doing the show.
no, this is, I was excited to do this. No, that was very funny, but like no, I not that at all. But like just like yeah, and then also it's hard because sometimes those instances get roped in. Like sometimes it's like, oh, to please other people and to like be a good time and to have fun. But then it's also like the addict reasoning. So like they're intertwined. So it's like, getting too fucked up or going out when you shouldn't have, or like having sex without a condom with someone maybe you shouldn't have, like things like that. That's like, is it really your fault, or is it like, you know what I mean?
Just saying, get a little closer to the mic.
Oh, sorry. I thought I heard myself, but maybe it's just outside the noise canceling headphones because I'm so fucking loud.
Yeah, I'm just watching the meter like, that's not registering very well.
Oh, do you want me to repeat? I can
No, it's
pretend.
good. I'll fix it in post.
Fix it in post, baby. That's my favorite.
Like I know what I'm doing. Like,
I shot a web series where 5 of the characters were dogs, and like every single thing, my co-director producer was like, "What are we gonna do about this?" I'm like, we'll fix it in post. And now we're in post, and I'm like, I hate myself.
I often have that problem too. Like, I'll be drunk in the moment, like enjoying the fuck out of the show, and like when it's time to actually edit it, like the fuck.
Right? Oh, dude, but it does make it for good art, because if you're like micromanaging during, it's a catch-22. Yeah. And like during that, I wrote the script, and the script would be like, Cupcake, the dog, looks into the distance longingly as she reflects on the life she could have had. And my writing partner is like, how the fuck are we going to shoot this? And I'm like, with peanut butter, and we'll fix it in post.
Oh, so many problems there. So many.
It's really good, though. It's just taking a long time, but it's fine.
I believe you.
You do?
Yes.
I believe it, but also you've lied to me before, so I don't know if I can trust you.
I have comedically exaggerated. I have never lied.
That's what we all say.
No. I lie to people.
You have to. You really, and that's the frustrating thing, because like a big value of mine, I'm really into values. I really value truth. Like I'm like a justice seeker as a white woman, a white woman. I really value truth, and I fucking seek that shit out in justice. But
And the
it's
American way?
you mean like the American dream? What's the American way?
Superman stands for truth, justice, and the American way.
Oh, nerd stuff. Yeah, sure. I never got like
Hey, pander to the base.
tits. No.
I mean, that is definitely pandering to the base.
Right. I know.
Well, I guess I have to do it if you're not going
There you
to.
go. Quarters. You got, what is this, 50 cent up in here? What?
It's a full $1. You see them twice.
There you go. But I don't remember what I was talking
You
about.
believe in truth, justice, and not the American way.
Oh, but it's very frustrating because it's like, it's hard because people tell, and I'm like, I believe in the truth, and I think the truth is more valuable even if it hurts feelings. But also at the end of the day, it's like, sometimes it's like you tell the truth, and if it has no purpose other than making you feel good for telling the truth, but it hurts other people to hear it, then what is the point in the value? And then there's also, like, I have a lot of kind of like empathy and compassion, and sometimes like people aren't gonna like hear the truth and digest it and then like proceed in their behavior to like be better because of it, and it'll just hurt their feelings to hear it. So then
No,
it's
and a
like,
lot
it's
of times
hard.
they'll double down on their wrong if you try to slam the truth in their face.
Right. No, exactly. And then so it's like, how do you be with your values a truthful, honest person while also navigating those truths? You know what I mean? Because it's like, you know, like being truthful all the time, sometimes the only virtue that serves is you being an asshole.
Yeah, but that's fun sometimes.
No, it's fun sometimes, but it's really not what I'm trying to put out. Like, as a, because I'm better than you, but like, it's really not what I'm trying to
That's fine.
do.
I mean, right? Be all high and mighty. People know where they stand with me.
Which is where usually.
The gutter.
Right. That's where I usually feel comfortable, which is why I feel like we hit it off. I like when I was first texting you, and then you were like, what do you want to drink? I have this bottle of Merlot. And I'm like, well, I like beer, but like, I'll drink anything for free. And you're like, no, what do you want? And I'm like, well, I'll drink an IPA, but like, just like whatever is the highest alcohol content at your local liquor store. I'm not picky about the kind of IPA. And you're like a true Chicagoan. But boom. That was nice. I like that.
Hey, I know my people. You're talking to someone who used to essentially live in a 4 a.m. bar, so.
Which you don't have here in Los Angeles, which is we're the second biggest city in the United States of America, and we don't have non-after hours under the table bars that are open to past 2. No, 1:45. What the fuck is happening in this fucking country? These fucking, you can't even say like, it's hard because you look at the government and you're like, all these capitalists are taking over. But it's like, if capitalists were taking over, then we would have bars till 6. What is happening? I can't even understand it.
Because California's a nanny state.
It's a beach club. Like, we pay extra taxes so we can live in a fucking beach club.
How many times have you gone to the beach since you lived here?
No, but I'm saying in the sense that, like, the weather, the fucking accommodations from the government, it's very beach clubby. Like, we're all safe, we're all members here. We're all, you know?
We're not safe, and we're definitely not members.
But, like, compared to the rest of you don't, like, feel like that's at least, like, what the justification is for the time, you know?
No. I think it's purely just supply and demand. A lot of motherfuckers move here, and they're like, oh, hey, you motherfuckers want to move here? We're going to tax you for it.
Well, that's true, but I feel like we could be saying the same thing because it's like, well, why do people want to move here? Because it is kind of
they
beach
have
clubby.
the dream.
Yeah, but also like there is an element, and it's very true, the weather, and it's not just having nice weather, like the entire vibe and the entire culture shifts, which is why when you go places with warm weather, that's why you get flaky motherfuckers, and that's why no one shows up on time, because they're just too inundated with sunshine. They can't handle looking at a clock.
They're too self-absorbed.
Yeah, but that's a beach club. We're saying the same thing. We're just getting picky on the details.
Details are important.
Details. I'll just lie about random things, but I'll care about the details.
I may be lying about this too.
There you go.
The world may never know.
I know.
To be determined later when it broadcasts. Will Alyssa figure out when I'm full of shit or not?
Will I figure out anything? No. It's hard, dude.
Nah, it's not that hard.
Oh, man. I feel so alone all the time, and I feel like I never know anything for certain. Like, like I don't even know if, like, bills that I get are for sure from the bill company or if I'm getting... Like, I don't know anything for certain, and the paranoia cripples me day by day. Is this for my... should I say this for my therapist and not for this podcast? Is that, like, inappropriate for right now?
I mean, I am your therapist.
Oh, my God. Dude. Not only a free night to drink my alcohol of choice, but we're going to get free therapy out of this session.
I mean, I'm not a very good therapist, but I'm your
I will
therapist.
take it. My therapist isn't good as it is now. Let's do this shit.
I need your insurance information so I can bill for this.
Haha, joke's on you.
What,
I go to the Maple Center.
Well, shit. Well,
Yeah, white girl fooled you today, bitch.
I mean, you get about the equal level of quality as free, therapy. So
There you go.
at least there'll be a little more alcohol with it.
Oh my God, I almost drank this 6-pack. I told you I was a 2-beer queer when I started this. And now
You drank 2 beers before we got on air.
Yeah, I know, but it's a part of the experience.
Yet another guest who's sleeping it off on my couch.
No, I mean, nah, you gotta love that. That doesn't look comfy.
It actually is, but
I'm sure, I'm not to diss your couch, but I'm just saying. Like,
dissing my couch.
I'm not dissing your couch. It's a nice couch.
Send hate tweets to Alyssa for dissing
Oh my
the couch.
God, remember earlier when we were talking about we're going to remember the pizzas there? I just looked at the pizza and remembered that we had pizza.
I have never seen a woman in my apartment look so excited. Not once.
You should have pizza hidden more often.
That's right. Like, when I take people back to the bedroom, I just have a pizza hiding in there.
Dude, that would get them going.
Be a horrible, messy foreplay.
Are they wet or did the grease just drip down? Who knows?
Who cares?
Who cares? Not you.
Right? Will I still slide in? Cool.
Absolutely.
Consensually, of course. Consensually, of course.
It's 2019, baby. Come on.
Well, yeah. I know what year it is. I haven't drank that much tonight.
Oh, God. Surprisingly, I didn't get beer in my hair this show. That was an impressive.
Show ain't over yet.
Let me get this out of my way. Ugh. All right. Well, cheers for camaraderie's sake.
Yes.
There we go. That makes me feel like a chump, not a chump, like a bud, what's the name for like two old men drinking at a sad bar? Like, what's that word? Comrades.
Maybe in Mother Russia.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Are you a communist? Did I bring a communist to
Oh,
my
can
house?
we talk about this? Like, and also, fuck, I gotta pee, and I keep doing this, and you'll be like, oh.
So,
What's our time frame till the end?
go pee.
Go pee.
So, Alyssa has a very small bladder, ladies
I
and
do.
gentlemen.
It's so bad. I made fun of my mother so much when I was a kid because she would pee every 5 seconds. She's like, "This is gonna happen to you someday," and I was like, "No, ha ha, you dumb bitch!" And now it's happening.
Note to self, no matter how good of friends I become with Alyssa, we will never road trip together. There will never be road trips in Matt and Alyssa's future.
No, because I pull over and then I just go on the side of the road.
Things being said off mic, Alyssa apparently is a dirty bitch who will just pee anywhere she wants.
Yes, not in the. I've peed in a bottle before.
Have you peed in someone's mouth?
No, not well. I don't know. People have debates about squirting.
Oh, this is all things that aren't being picked up on mic. So this is essentially me monologuing with Alyssa hearing what I'm having to say. Apparently she wants to eat some puss.
I mean, always. But, dude, girls don't like me. It's very sad. Like, are we back on?
We never stopped.
We can dive into this. What is your comfortability like in understanding the psyche of a lesbian?
My comfortability or my ability to understand the psyche of a lesbian?
Both.
I mean, they're cool.
No. Yeah, ability more so.
Dude, I don't understand any women.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then you can help me. I
Like-
thought maybe because you're like in porn that you could give me some guidance. Because I
got no guidance for myself on anything. I mean, for fuck's sake. And treat people like people is pretty much the motto. And
Right. But like, I'm like, okay, like, because I get nervous. I have crushes on everyone, and then I fucking get nervous and weird all the fucking time. And like, and I'm also weird as a baseline, so it just never fucking helps me out. And then
wait a minute. You're weird.
stop. You're weird. Who knew? Okay, we get it, Matt.
Okay. Just trample on my bullshit.
We don't need your bullshit here today. Not with my self-esteem in the gutter. Not today.
Whoa. I am trying to get that shit straight to the sewer. Take it out of the gutter.
Well, how considerate of you. You're a public works man. You're a civil servant. Matt Slayer, everybody.
I have never been called a civil servant in my life. I will take it.
As you should.
That means I'm a union worker and I got good benefits.
But like, I really like women, and the women I've had good relationships with have been a blast. But generally speaking, I'm a little less experienced and I'm way more scared of them. I think it's like a mommy issues thing. And then on top of it, I'm like, okay, I like this girl. I know she's into girls. And then I'm like, okay, what do dudes do that like are charismatic and sexy? And then I try to do that and it works horribly because that never works. You're already making a face.
Okay. Well, first and foremost, I guess part of it.
It's horrible. It's not a good system. It never works for me.
Well, no. First and foremost, everyone's a unique situation. There's not like, okay, fine. Don't take your therapist's advice.
Okay, fine.
They gave me this piece of paper for a reason.
Yeah, I was going to say, now that I'm so drunk, I'm like, wow, these framed certificates of your work.
I never said anything about a frame certificate. I said piece of paper.
No, yeah.
I took it out of the printer myself.
There you go. Yeah, no, I'm for my dad does sketchy work. I'm fully I understand forgery, Photoshop, all that shit. I get it. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure how your transcript looks. Maybe a little Photoshop.
Oh no, I fucking. You don't have to. That's something I'm constantly saying. I'm like, if they're getting, because like they pay for most of my tuition, not all of it. But even still, I'm like, if you're paying, like if they're getting money from you or they had invested in you and it would be embarrassing for you to fuck up and they invest in you, like either way, it's like, how can you pay an institution to take a class and not pass the class? I don't understand. You know what I mean? It's like for my advanced writing requirement in my college, like career or whatever, we had to, for our final, we had to submit like a couple redrafts of these different like papers we submitted and then submit like a new final paper. I didn't submit any of the new drafts. And then like, I think I submitted an old paper as my new paper and I got a B+ on my final that I didn't, for the majority of it, submit. And it's like, it's just all a farce, dude. It's all a fucking farce.
Oh, yeah. It's proving that you can sit down and shut up for another 4 years.
But I didn't sit down and shut up either. It was just like, I don't know, you gotta be likable, you know? Like, I can't help. Maybe none of your fans will agree, but like, my writing 340 professor thought I was likable. I invited him to a bar with my other friend one time and invited the class, and so he thought we were cool. He didn't show up, but he thought we were cool. So
oh, man, thought I was going to hear a story about a predatory professor trying to get laid.
that's what the basic-minded folk usually draw to.
Hey, basic sells.
That's true. It's hurtful because it's true. You guys out there, you got just stop. I know you're basic. I'm basic. Stop being basic. You don't have to. You don't have to. Like, even if you are basic, just, you know, if you love Starbucks mocha frappuccinos, like, just upgrade yourself to liking Starbucks mocha frappuccinos with light ice and no whipped cream. At least that's something. Like, be different, okay? Just be different. Both are basic, but one at least has more words, and that implies a higher literacy than the other.
Or it implies you don't know when to shut the fuck up.
True. Next time you can ask me to come up with examples when I'm not drunk, Matt. Okay? But
that wouldn't be this show. That wouldn't be this show.
All I'm saying is you can try.
So
okay?
back to your muff diving.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Muff diving is much more interesting than than your Starbucks order.
Nothing I talk about. No, I don't order frappuccinos, you fool. I'm just talking the basics. I'm trying to speak the language.
You didn't say pumpkin spice, so obviously you already fucked up.
That's true. It is 'tis the season.
How have your successful lesbian relationships gone or encounters?
Oh, yes. Like literally without fail. It's getting on Tinder, or in one case, oh my God, this app that is a complete failure called Scissor. It's like Grindr, but for women, but it's like way less successful. But I did meet this one chick on there who is like the love of my life. And we hooked up once, and then it was just like, it's just always been this weird, like flirtatious game of phone tag that's never gone anywhere, but my hopes get up and then I cry. And it's like a whole thing. But it's always like chicks I meet on dating apps. and it's like, oh, because like we know we're here to fuck, then it's cool. But like in terms of like, oh, I know this chick is like either lesbian or bi or whatever, she's down, or like maybe she's like, I can never fucking seal that deal. I'm like way too awkward. It never fucking works. It's really sad. And I've like hooked up with chicks. Like I have friends who like I've hooked up with more chicks than like as a straight woman they've hooked up with dudes. And so it's like I can't complain, but it's just like it feels subpar. It feels like pathetic, unearned, and it's just like I'm very bad at it. I'm very bad. I don't understand women. I'm terrified of women. When I was growing up, I was scared that like I don't know. I like have issues with my mom, and then like I was really scared that because I knew I was friends with a trans dude, my buddy of mine, that I didn't know him when he was lesbian. But it was a whole fucking thing where there was like a lot of bullying or whatever, you know, and it was like and I was like on the cheerleading team, which I only joined because I wanted like, you know, attention from boys and to maybe see some tits. But then it's like, I was just like, I was always very self-conscious about like, I don't want to be the girl that's just like awkwardly like gawking at girls or like flirting with girls when like they don't want it. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't like, you know what I mean? Like I like only want people that are interested in me, but it's just like it turned into a weird awkwardness. It's like, it never works out for me. It's very depressing. Can I use this podcast as a cry for help? Can I give it my number? 847. Can we, I don't know.
Yo, I know some of y'all into pussy out there. Hook Alyssa up.
Okay, you can hit me up, slide into my DMs on Instagram at complete_Poteet, baby. That is POTEET, pot eat with a double E instead of an A. You know, I was like, okay, I can't do this. I don't know. Like, I really like ladies, and there's been so many times I'm like, I'm so sick of dudes. I just want a nice girlfriend. But it's just like there's so much. It's easy to trick a dude into having sex with you or loving you because it's like I'm not scared of trash. I'm scared of a woman because she's better than me. I'm not scared of a heaping pile of trash. You know what I mean?
I'm glad you're not scared of me.
Right? No, I'm not. But it's like women are scary. It's like you're so good and like you're so pretty and you're better than me. How am I supposed to talk to you? Like it's awkward.
You just have to remember they're trash too.
But they're not.
Well, that's the thing. The human existence is just levels of being trash. We're all trash.
Yeah, but if you're delusional, if you think you're not trash, then you can like make fun of me, and then that could hurt me, and then I'll be sad. And I don't know if I can deal with that.
Why do you value the opinion of other people like that?
I should. I know.
I mean, you're a comic. I totally get it. Your whole thing is getting validation from strangers. Your whole thing. That's like the comments.
Which is funny because after this podcast, there's going to be all these comments on multiple media outlets that are just like, what the fuck is up with that blonde chick? Like, she's got like flat chest and like, oh, her voice is weird. She has nothing clever to say. It's just all going to be negative shit about me.
She was making fun of Matt.
And I don't care about that. But like, especially not making fun of Matt because it's like, you deserve it. You know?
I do. Yeah. I appreciate when a guest can make fun of me.
No, you have made fun of me though, so I feel like it's cool. Because like when people like,
I do that to people I like, so.
Dude, right? Because like when people are overly polite, it's like, what is your deal? What are you trying to get from me? It's like, if we're friends or if we're chilling or we're like cool acquaintances, you gotta be able to shit talk, dude. Like, what do you?
Yeah, it's all in fun.
You're from Chicago. I almost forgot. Like, yeah, you get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like if you're cool, you're shit talking. Or
Exactly.
It's weird. It's weird.
Yeah, it's polite bullshit.
Yeah, right. Then it's like you're hiding something. And now it's weird.
You want something from me if you're being too polite.
Right? Yeah.
It's no.
I never drink a 6-pack of beer to myself. This is too much.
She's a liar.
No, I really don't. Not often. I'm not a drinker. I'm a stoner. I like shrooms. I don't drink a lot.
Breaks. I love how I never to not often.
Well,
It went from the extreme to, well,
I never really drink. Like, you know,
I never.
I'm not say I haven't, but like
I haven't recently.
Really
would probably be an accurate statement.
Yeah.
Never is a extreme.
But like in recently, meaning like a liberal use of the word recently. Yeah, no, for real.
Like within the last week.
No. In the last
2 weeks.
Last time I drank a 6-pack of beer, like 6 beer, maybe like not like 6 beers. Like I got a 6-pack, probably never, and just drank it. But like drank 6 beers. It's been at least 9 months, 10 months.
Right
That's a
before
lot for a 24-year-old degenerate that does a lot of drugs. That's a long time.
Yeah, no, I mean 9 whole months. So right before the pregnancy test. I get it.
Yeah.
You're like, I got to get rid of those.
Sometimes you can't afford a proper abortion, and you do what you can. Okay,
You flush it out with beer and hope that you don't get a stupid baby.
you know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta pick yourself up from your bootstraps and just like pave your own way
Often.
to abortion. Yes.
Abortion. Magnifique.
I've never had one, but I feel like I like
You're
my
only 24.
brand. I feel like, yeah, time will tell.
I mean,
I've had the best luck with STDs and abortion. And like, I'm the fucking worst. And I've had nothing, dude. I've had fucking nothing. And there's no reason that it's bad. I don't know. It's white privilege is all I can attribute it to.
I mean, I've had chlamydia, so.
Oh, how was that?
It was a little unpleasant.
You didn't get to the stage with the rash, though. You like got taken care of.
Yeah, I mean, it was symptomatic, thankfully.
What do you mean?
So it can be asymptomatic to up to 50% in dudes.
Oh, but then you die.
You don't die, it just fucks up your reproductive system.
Yeah. More damage for sure. Yeah.
So I was happy I was symptomatic. I still let it ride for longer than I should have because I'm a stubborn dude and I thought I just had a UTI.
With most, like, just people that can't afford good, like, whatever, don't want to go, and just like, like, I knew a dude who had stage 4 cancer in the comedy community, and he had like a fucking growth, I'm not exaggerating, this big out of his neck. He was like, oh, it's just a swollen gland, like, so big deal. I'm like, it's like, no, and he had stage 4, he lived, he was, but like, he took a long time to get this checked out.
I mean, that's eventually how I'm going to die of heart disease. I'm just going to ignore it, be like, nah. I'm just winded.
Dude, I'm convinced that I have a collapsed lung. Like, I don't smoke as much for how, like, I just get nervous and then I'm panting. Like, it's too much.
I mean, it was nice knowing you.
Yeah, likewise.
I bet you go first.
You do?
Yep.
All right, how much? Can we get this in writing?
Sure.
Can we get a witness to sign it? Let's go.
I mean, it's being recorded for the internet.
Okay, you think I'm going to go first?
I do.
And how old are you, Matt?
Old.
Okay, cool. And I'm 24. This is already my favorite.
Yeah.
How often do you eat vegetables?
Daily.
Daily? Okay, cool. Like, okay.
But I eat a lot of red meat.
Okay, so that means, but do you work out ever?
Occasionally.
Occasionally? What's occasionally?
Not enough as I used to. Fuck. If you saw
Dude, thank you for handing me this like plate of gold. Okay, so what am I winning when you die?
I mean, I have a life insurance policy.
Okay, so I get the life insurance policy?
You get a taste of it.
What is it? You got to define these terms for the contract.
Let me talk to the beneficiary of the life insurance policy. Make sure.
Which is whom?
A good friend of mine.
Oh, ex-girlfriend?
No, hell no.
Oh, a good friend of yours?
Yeah.
Why did you take out a life insurance policy for a good friend of yours?
It gives you a break on my renter's insurance.
Oh.
I spent
Weird agreement.
I spend $17 a month on life insurance for like a $50,000 policy, and it knocks down my renter's insurance by a fair amount.
Oh, there you go.
So it's like, okay, cool. Y'all get a rad open bar when I die.
How does it make you feel though, that you're more likely now to get poisoned? Poison!
Thankfully, that friend lives out of state.
Well, that doesn't...
That means he's not going to poison me for the money.
You just pay someone on Craigslist to poison you.
Well, if I gotta go, I gotta go. At least I'll die young.
I get it. Okay. At least I paid less on my renter's insurance.
No one's gonna poison me for the life insurance policy.
I would.
Well, now.
Now that I got my little grubby little fingers in that shit, okay.
Like, I can get 2 months rent out of Matt's death. Done.
Dunzo.
I'll make you a better deal. You get the podcast.
Oh, well, I don't really even know what that's worth, to be honest. Like, we've talked about it, but like, I haven't really seen any figures. I've seen one episode. Like, do I get the equipment?
Well, that's part of the podcast.
Oh, done.
You just gotta continue hosting it, though.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, we'll
You
introduce you
can't
to...
enforce that after you're dead.
I got people.
You got people.
But he'll introduce you to a lot of women who like to eat pussy.
I'm down with that. Where are they? Why don't they like me?
They might like you in the future.
I don't know. I feel like I'm too weird.
Don't worry. What you learn about porn once you're in it for a while is like the majority of people who occupy it were the nerds in high school.
That doesn't mean that chicks want to like date me.
Yes, but they were a lot of people in porn were awkward people in adolescence, so they get it.
Oh yeah. So you're saying that I just need to like go for porn stars?
You should.
Yeah, you want to introduce me?
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm taking you up on this.
All right.
I could use a good date in my days. Tinder's not doing it for me. Last time I was on Tinder, I got fucking robbed. It was very unfortunate.
Whoa, I gotta hear the story.
It was by a dude. So then like sometimes I use Tinder for chicks, but then it's like I just don't have time, you know. But like last time I was really on Tinder, I had this dude over because I thought it's like, yo, it's more sketchy if you go to their house because then they can like throw you in the basement and murder you. But if you're at your home turf, like at least you're there, you know.
Amateur move.
Yeah, clearly. Okay.
So before you get into the story,
I'm 24. Okay, it was an amateur move.
Yeah, you always go to the other person's place because if shit gets weird, you can just leave.
Unless they trap you and lock the door.
They could do that at your place too. They definitely could.
I have a roommate though.
Another girl,
He's a dude.
big dude.
He does what's it called, moving. He like, yeah, he can fuck shit up.
He's like, he can stand and he doesn't need a chair to get around. Okay.
He can be a bouncer, but he's not like the biggest dude I've met.
Well, I'm sure you've met big dudes in your life. Miss Fancy Pants. You're like, I've met a big dude.
He's like short, but like he doesn't take shit, and he's like kind of stocky, and he can like throw a punch. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
You're like, as a dude that fits all those requirements, I get it.
I'm not that short.
Really, we didn't stand next to each other that much. I'm just making it. I'm just throwing.
She's like, Matt, you 5'3". I get it.
I don't. Thank you for having the confidence to sling back the roast that I want to say. Thank you.
You think I value your opinion? Come on.
But like I had this dude over and he was weird too. He was like really into the whole daddy thing, which is like not my MO. Like I like try to make people feel good, but it's like it's weird. Like I'm not into that. And then he like wanted me to like play with his balls with my feet, which I did because I'm like I can tap out of this shit and then like whatever. But then like I don't know, like whatever. And then
no, don't yada yada. What was the?
Well, okay. Well, actually, now I'm gonna be like later. I'm gonna be like, you have to cut. No, actually, who watches this? Do people watch this?
Yeah, like two people. My mom.
People that matter.
Yeah, people that matter.
People that matter. Okay, so here's the thing. I like who cares about anything, right? So like a little bit through, I was like, I gotta pee. And I went to go.
You don't say you had to pee? Really? You?
Oh, no, that's normal. That whatever. Fuck you.
You had to pee. I'm so fucking shocked.
I know, right? So I had to pee, and then I like just got my period, and I was like, oh, that's weird. And I was like, I got my period. It was like, whatever. It's like, I don't know. I've had like, I'm not saying this is normal. I'm not saying what's right and wrong. I'm just saying I've had a lot of experiences where it's like dudes are like, yeah, at least you're on your period, whatever. So I'm like, yeah, if you don't do like, you're like a pussy, like whatever. Like I don't think things that are gross are gross. I don't wash my hands. I eat food off the floor. I don't believe in germs. I can't see them. How do I know they're real? You know what I mean? It's like whatever. And so. And, like, he had no problem with it. And I was just like, hey, this is the situation. He's like, cool. I don't give a shit. Whatever. And then, like, after the fact, he hits me up, like, aggressively to hang out again. He's like, yo, what's up? Yo, what's up? When you trying to hang out again? You around? Like, what you got going on? Whatever. Like, text. And then, like, there was nothing, like, horrible. Like, you know what I mean? He went down on me. Like, there was, like, this certain check marks. I'm like, yeah, this was fine. But there was just, like, something in my intuition that was like, I don't really want to do this again. So I didn't, like, I was kind of, like, delaying the response until like later in the day when I like had the words that I want to send, you know, and then immediately he sent me a video that he took that I didn't know that he took of him banging me from behind. And I have a very distinguishable back tattoo. It's of a slug with a salt shaker with a do-rag that says slug life spelled incorrectly. So it's like, you know, it's me.
I want to see that.
It's like no good way to show it. There's like no good way to show it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Can the camera see it?
I think so.
Okay. But so it's very, you can't just like put, and then he doesn't just send it to me once. I don't respond. He sends it to me 6 times. And then I respond. I'm like, dude, chill the fuck out. And then after like all this, like, oh girl, you're so fucking sexy and you see you again, like all this fucking shit completely flips 180 and is like, you fucking like ratchet ass white girl with your fucking ratchet ass pussy, like fucking like go like ranting on me, like going at me. And I'm just like, and rewind to before then, I like in my drawer and I'm like, fuck, god damn it, like I'm missing tip money because I keep all my tip money in there. You know, I try to save it the best that I can. And I'm like, fuck. And then I'm like, I'm missing money. And then I'm like, nah, dude, like, you're not gonna blame the fucking black dude that you had in your apartment to bang for missing your money. You're just a fucking idiot and you spent it because you're a fucking moron. And he's like, and that's why I stole fucking money from you. And that's why I took a fucking $100 from you because you're a fucking ratchet ass girl, and like fucking goes at me. And I'm like, holy shit. Number one, you were so like sucking my dick, fucking like saying all these sweet nothings to me, like begging me to have sex with you again, and then with one negative reaction, you're fucking confessing to stealing $100 fucking dollars from me and just like slandering me with all this fucking shit. That it was just like, it was a traumatic experience, and I just like haven't used Tinder since like that, you know?
Did you go to the police?
No.
He put it in writing that he stole from you.
But like, so what?
It's a crime?
Yeah, but like, I'm like, here's the thing. As a woman, I know chicks who have actual evidences, or that's not a real word, and so now I don't sound credible. But there are chicks that like with actual evidence against their rapes. They get a rape kit. There's real DNA evidence.
Whoa.
They know who it is. And those rape kits sit on the shelf for fucking years. And I'm a busy woman. There's nothing I can get from this dude. Like, there's just, it's just realistic. I don't know where he lives. I try to reverse Google search his images because I had some screenshots of them from Tinder. I tried to fucking look them up and just try to see if I could like look them up on social media. I couldn't. So it's like, why am I going to waste my fucking time when I can let it go and move on as a person? Like, fuck.
Fair enough.
But I was so mad. I was so mad because I was like sticking up for my own white woman mind. I was like, I'm not going to blame the fucking
You're like, white guilt. I'm not.
Like, I've slept with some fine ass black women. I've never slept with a black dude. I'm not gonna blame him for robbing me, but he fucking robbed me, dude. And I'm like, I never went on Tinder again.
Was the cock worth $100?
No. It was weird. It was like a big fat cock, but it was just like not used in a way that was like.
So what? 25?
Nah, because being stolen, it's different. If when you say worth, if it's like, would I give the money? But being stolen from, not a penny. That's never worth it. Because that's being a chump. You know what I mean? That's not worth it.
I was just trying to make a funny.
No, sorry. I thought you were asking a question for the sake of this hard-hitting podcast.
Yes, for the super serious. And now we drink podcast. You know, how does it feel to be victimized by the first black cock inside you?
I felt like a chump, man. I did.
Is this going to turn you off to all black men from now on?
No, I fucked another one since, and he was so...
Another one, like, wow. Oh.
No, another dude who had a black cock. Like, I'm sorry. Yeah, that maybe wasn't the vernacular I was supposed to say. But, no, he's delightful. I would vouch for him as a person and his work and his body, for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Did you give him 100?
I would like to say so. See, here's the thing. The compliments you get from dudes after sex, like, you can never really take seriously as a woman. You know what I mean? Because motherfuckers lie.
Well, duh.
Right.
We want repeat business. Right.
But he was visiting from out of town. There was no opportunity for a second bang. And I got
Why'd you kill him?
No, because he was leaving the next day. There was no opportunity for a second bang. Like, in the immediate future. And I got damn, cause no lie, that was the best head I got of 2019. And I was like, okay, as far as sex compliments go from dudes that I'll never believe, like I'll take that one on a 33% basis, you know? Like, fuck it.
Hey, he at least said the words.
Yeah, right. Like, and that's all it fucking takes. I think Nikki Glaser said it basis. Like even if it's not the, like, you know, that's what I was saying earlier about, like, no, like, I'm not going to lie to you if I'm having sex to you. Like, if the sex is horrible or your dick is, like, super small, I'm not going to, like, completely blatantly lie to you. But it's like, you should be positive. If you're already there, you're already naked, you're already vulnerable, It's only the best for everyone involved, including yourself and the other human being in front of you. If you're just positive, like find the positive and focus on that. You know, like what you know.
It's like, yeah, this motherfucker's gonna cook me breakfast in the morning.
Yeah, like don't focus on the negatives. Like you fucking no. Life's short, man. Nothing's perfect. Like, goddamn, people are picky, man.
Well, yeah, definitely people are picky. And people should be picky to a degree. I mean,
I feel like this is equivocation. I agree, because I agree with what you're saying.
well, I'm also a giant hypocrite. I'm also a giant slut who just puts out at the drop of a hat. So,
yeah.
it's like, people should be picky. And then, like, post-orgasm, like, I shouldn't have done
that. Really? What was the worst I shouldn't have done that experience?
Oh, let's see. Back in the day, back in Chicago, I met a girl through Craigslist personals.
Dude.
And immediately upon meeting this woman, I'm like, this is not where I want to be.
Because she was fat.
And just had a bad personality.
And I knew she was fat. God damn it.
I mean, she was fat enough that, like, I had problems penetrating her from behind. Like, she had a fat ass.
You couldn't, like, move it?
I mean, I did. I got it done. Definitely got it done. But it was just kind of like, holy fuck, that woman was not particularly attractive. And like, hey, if you're not the most beautiful person, but you have an awesome personality, you're fucking funny, you got something else to offer.
Yeah. Or you're like really, your heart's in the game and you really care. You know what I mean? Like that's something I've learned to appreciate.
You generally don't learn if someone's really heart's in the game on the first date.
Nah, dude, because if someone's the heart's in the game, they can give you some of the best head of your life, dude. Yeah,
but I'm one of these people like, pretty much.
Oh, you're into aesthetics, like most men.
Well,
that's
yes,
fair.
But also,
and there's no shame.
Can I finish my sentence, please?
I hate when men say that to me so much.
Well, pretend I'm a woman, and I'm still saying it.
Oh, you have the tits for it, so sure. I would not have said that if I wasn't so like affected, and I apologize, and I'm embarrassed.
I'm not. Don't care.
Good.
You want to see him again? You miss him?
You don't even have tits. It's not fair.
She misses my nipples.
I did. I was like, I need to see them one more time.
They're so erect for you. Jesus. They're so erect for you.
That's erect for you. Teeny tiny quarter-sized nipples.
Yeah, anywho. I was saying, before I got derailed by having to show Alyssa my breasts that are allowed in public, unlike yours.
You think you're better than me?
Yep.
Legally, you're right.
I am. Oh, no, I was saying about head. Generally, about 30 to 45 seconds after lips are wrapped around my penis, I want to fuck.
You don't enjoy head.
Oh, I enjoy it, but I enjoy it as a like, okay, now I want to penetrate you.
Oh, okay.
So her head.
You never enjoy lying down and just like being at that.
No, I like being active.
Okay.
So either way, it was not a great situation. We weren't a good fit.
Which is the most unfortunate thing, and I feel like dating and sex when it's like two really great, like it could be two great people, two hot people, two funny, charismatic people. It's like you're not a good match.
It definitely happens, and the added tragedy of this unfortunate hookup was years later, after this woman had a child and became even less. Not
your child.
Definitely not.
Okay.
Less physically attractive.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow became friends with some of my mutual friends and like saw a Facebook picture of me with those people like, oh, I fucked him. It was like bragging about fucking me to my friends. So I was out at like after bar, like at a diner with some friends like, hey, do you remember this girl? She was totally bragging about fucking me. I'm like, cool.
Oh, yeah. But it's like, wait, like, I feel like there's a way to pull that off without being mean, you know?
Oh, I mean, I was never mean to her.
And I'm not saying you. I'm just saying, like, there's a way to, like...
Oh, there's definitely other people I've been mean to. She wasn't it.
God damn it. I'm going to go pee again. I'm so sorry. I didn't want to be this guy. But you said that you were editing, so now I'm taking advantage of it way too much.
Well, once I found out you're an editor, I'm going to just send this to you, and you're going to have to do all the work. Ha, 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 ha. So... Drinking buddies. Alyssa, I believe, has taken the record for the most times to pee on air. No one has ever urinated this much on air.
I'm sorry. But also the fastest
Yeah, she does pee faster than me. I honestly don't think she's peeing. I feel like she's just going in there to do bumps of coke and then coming back out after flushing the toilet.
I fucking wish.
You wish you had more coke?
I wish I had some coke.
Some coke.
If I had coke, we would just be doing it here. I feel like you could just blur that out in post. Fix it in post.
Fix it in post. Or we would just say it's a prop for Vimeo purposes. Like,
Right, it's vitamin B12 powder, bruh.
yeah. No, I definitely regret. I mean, I don't regret having sex with that woman.
I thought you were going to say, I regret having a woman with such a small bladder on this podcast.
No, next time I'm just buying new diapers.
Dude, I would do it. Like, I'm not ashamed of that. Like, I would wear pants that are like my shitty sweatpants. I wouldn't wear my nice pants with the diapers, but it's like, if I was doing a drinking podcast where I knew I wasn't allowed to pee, but they were supplying thick diapers, like, I would do that.
Yep, we're getting you nappies next time.
I would bring like a change of underwear and some wet wipes for after. Like, I'm not trying to sit in my pee after the, like, and I'd probably need to be paid something, but like, I would be very down, is what I'm saying.
That 12-pack of beer is worth $12. You got paid.
That's how I see this. Cheers to that, buddy. You got your death cup. I love it.
How about you?
How about me?
How about
what?
you? Bangs you regret.
Oh yeah, we started with this. Okay, this is what comes to mind, and this is so like, who cares? I don't even really care about it now, but the first time I saw, maybe the only time I saw, I don't know if it would technically fit in the definition of a micro penis, but I was dating this good-looking Christian boy for a long time in high school, and because he was so Christian, he was like, had a problem with me, like, and when I say occasionally, I mean like very occasionally, like maybe like 4 times a year, a semester, smoking weed and like going crazy.
Oh my God, marijuana.
Right. Very Christian. And he was like annoying in other ways. And like we went through a breakup, and like to get back at him and also to live my life, I went to a prom of like this neighboring high schools with like, because I had some friends from there.
PG South?
No, Lake Forest. Fancy.
Oh, you fucking rich bitch.
Yeah, baby. No, I didn't go to that school, but I got invited to prom, so I was with the rich bitches. I got to eat the fancy food at the prom. Like, oh, baby. And so, but this dude, he was like cool, but he was very, very short. And I was like, I go hang out with my friends. And then I ended up banging him. And then like midway through, I was like, oh my God, your cock is so tiny. It was hard to look at and just like everything at. And then I think like halfway through the process, I was kind of like, okay, this was fun. And then it was very awkward after that. Yeah, that was bad. That was rough. But it's like, I feel like a lot of sexual experiences in your teen years are awkward and rough. So I don't know if that really counts.
No, they definitely are.
Yeah.
They definitely are.
So awkward. So rough. Not rough in the good way, in the horrible way.
Yeah, my first 2 sexual encounters were, not good.
Yeah. I actually had like some decent sexual encounters in high school, but it was...
I mean, how far into the 20s were those dudes?
No, they were all like in high school.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it was just like... But I feel like you would relate to this like in the Midwest, like people are just whoring around because they're bored.
Damn right. I mean, yeah.
Boredom leads to sex and heroin, if you know anything about the teens.
It's true. It's very true.
Yes.
Do you have an experience with intravenous drugs?
What's intravenous?
Injected heroin.
Oh, no. I'm very scared of injections, but I did opium on accident one time, and it was weird.
What, they give you a suppository? How'd you do it on accident?
No, that was another time in high school, but it was like in a pipe, and I was stupid, and I thought it was weed. And then I was like so tripped out by like the alternative sensation that I was like bugging the fuck out. And but it was fine. And no, I've never fucked with heroin. Not that I wouldn't, not that I'm scared. I think I have the willpower, and I wouldn't like try to like do. Because, like, I've gone from being very addicted, for example, to cigarettes, like smoking them daily, to smoking them on a semi-regular but a very regulated basis and also being like completely sober from them to like right now, like I'll lie about, for example, my weed intake. I don't smoke as much weed as I used to, but I'm still like, I like, you know, when like there's something about people that are addicts that it's like this twitchy fucking like to it. You know what I mean? Like when you're addicted to something, like I don't have that to cigarettes. I like them. I enjoy them at a time and a place. But like if I never had one ever again, like I wouldn't go through withdrawals. I wouldn't like, I could have a night where I chain smoke a few cigarettes, but I'm still not going through more than a pack a week. You feel me? Like,
yes.
You're like, I don't personally relate, but I see how that makes sense.
That's an accurate statement.
Yeah. And that's, yeah. And I feel it's not that I've just never tried heroin because I don't like the whole looking at liquid being shoved into your blood and your that scares me. I don't like that.
Yeah, I was worried that I'd put a fucking air bubble in my vein and kill myself.
That is the thing, yeah.
Yeah, it is. It totally is. I mean, I had problems with intravenous needles anyways. Mm-hmm. Like back in the day, I had problems watching both Trainspotting and Pulp Fiction during like the shooting up scenes.
Oh, not because of the sexual assault.
No, that's easy.
You worked in porn.
Not in 94, I didn't. Jesus, how old were you? Were like not even born yet.
No, I was born in 95.
Jesus Christ. I am not dying young, apparently.
That's what I'm saying. That's a bad bet you made earlier. Like, I got this on recording now. Like, it cannot be erased. Please don't erase it.
I mean, it doesn't say anything about it having to die natural causes. So, you know, got to protect my investment somehow.
You said dying.
Yeah, I never said natural causes.
I know. You said die before me.
Uh-huh.
So, I'm just going to have to look at my watch and wait for this cash bag to come on in.
Oh, what do I get if you die first, by the way?
You didn't specify before we made the agreement. That's
I know.
what I'm saying.
Let's ask. I'm trying to figure out what I'm getting out of it.
You can get a high five and a warm verbal adoration of my feelings for you as a person.
From who? You'll be dead.
I'll write it down, and then if I die before you, you can get someone to read it.
I mean, that's super not worth murdering you over.
Yeah, but you already agreed to this before we came up with the stipulations, so you should be thankful that I'm negotiating right now.
Anywho, I'm not going to continue to admit to crimes on the internet, so...
Crimes?
Murder is still a crime, yeah.
Whatever.
It's okay. Don't worry, I won't murder you.
I wasn't worried.
I'm glad.
Not that I've never been worried of being murdered, but like with you and your face, this was not the time.
Cool. I'll take that. I don't have a murderer's face.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm like, thank you for saying I don't look like a murderer. It makes it so they never suspect it. If you killed your 12th beer.
Is that your? This is a 6-pack, and also is that the cigar clipper?
Yes, it is.
That's dangerous. You shouldn't have your finger in the middle of that.
Living life dangerously.
Too much. Stop it.
Alyssa, it's actually about that time. We're going to call last call on this motherfucker.
Last call. I have one more beer. Is that what you're saying? Ugh.
No, I'm saying you should give us your social media. We're going to wrap the podcast.
Oh, our social media. Oh, my God. Friends, fam, you can follow me at the... If you're in the LA... I actually do shows sometimes all around, but mostly in the LA area. If you want to follow me, great. If you don't, fuck you. I don't give a shit about you. You don't fucking matter. Life is meaningless, you piece of fucking human garbage.
I introduced her to Nihilist Arby's an hour ago, and apparently it's really rubbed off on her.
In, baby. If you want to follow me, I'm on Instagram at complete_Poteet. That's my last name. It's clever. That's Poteet. Also, you can follow me on Twitter, which I rarely use, except if you want to see me in a drug-induced mental breakdown. You can see like my real thoughts on Twitter, and that's Potweet. Potweet. See, it's clever. It's fun. Potweet 901 at Potweet 901. Or like, I don't know, whatever. If you just Google Alyssa Poteet comedy, you can find my YouTube and see some of my such.
See a set from Zany's Chicago.
Oh, which he was not impressed by at all.
I never said I was not impressed by it.
You did. You made it very clear. You were like, I did not enjoy that. And I was like, that's fair.
I feel like you're just reading too much into things.
No, you made it very clear.
I'm not a lesbian. You don't have to over-examine this.
No, you said, I saw your shit, and they'll like, oh, it was good. No smile. It was very like, oh, yeah, I saw your shit. And then you just sat there in the crickets, and I was like, okay, he hated it.
No, I hated the sound guy. The sound was horrible.
That's fair.
Like, who didn't get a recording off the board for you?
I mean, I did it with my external camera, so like I'm surprised I got any audience laughs in there. So maybe you should just be thankful for the experience you got.
Never.
I'm doing what I can as an amateur, okay? Did you see my 20-minute set on my YouTube page? It's fire. You should watch it. Was that good promotion?
Definitely.
Did I do it?
You might have.
Yeah. If you want to see my shows in LA or around, Instagram is the move at complete Poteet, complete_Poteet. Did I do this? You're going to edit all this out, so it doesn't even matter.
Some of it I'll edit, some of it I won't.
What do they all say?
It is what they all say. And until next week, you can find me at Matt_Slayer on Twitter, Matt Slayer on Instagram, Matt F. Slayer on Facebook. You can find the podcast at And Now We Drink on Twitter, and Now We Drink _ on Instagram. And until next week, drink up, motherfuckers.